first, welcome to Lawrence County Municipal Court. I'm Judge Capper. We have quite a few reviews to do, so those people should be in the courtroom now, and when your name's called, come up to the table to your right. We're going to review your file to see what progress you've made on your case. Call reviews.
Ethan R. Anderson, Jessica Christian, Jake Dodson, Haley Early, Buddy Hardy, Misty Hunt.
All right, Ethan Anderson is 24706, is at the Counseling Center, and got a written report. Okay, so he's such a, this is Ethan here. Okay, so we're going to stay the course. Anything you wish to say? Or? No? Okay. So if you're, have made some progress, well, let's keep that going.
Thank you, sir.
So we'll come back in about a month. Okay, I'm going to set it for April 25th. That's your next hearing.
Yes, sir.
Stay the course. You're on the right track.
Yes, sir.
9 o'clock, April 25th.
Thank you.
Jessica Christian. 22-2505, 19-255, 18-3566. Okay. On yours, you just have to pay off your fine, so are you making a payment today?
Yes,
How much are you going to pay?
30.
Notes, sticky notes. Okay, go see the clerk. April 25th will be your next one, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jake Dodson. Case number 24-456. Paid fines and costs, but hasn't done any community service.
Your Honor, if I may need to check into that. I may have entered community service this morning on him. I had some in my box that I done this morning.
All right, so I'm going to have this for your review. I'm going to go ahead and set a date just in case it's not finished. So did he come in, or how did you get the?
No, they would have been in my box, and I received some this morning. I can tell you in just a second if you want to
Okay.
recall it.
Yeah, we'll recall it. Haley Early, 2480. It's at OBP. Okay, it says you haven't been there for over a month.
Yeah, I haven't been going out. The kids are home and I've just been doing everything that I have to do for them.
Okay, I'm going to order you to do your urine screen.
Okay.
Go do your urine screen.
Thank you.
Come back after we get the results. Buddy Hardy. It's case number 1864, 23-287, 23-532. Where's this, I've got a screen result, where's this from?
I knew, that's where this, I knew where I went there this morning. She didn't, I don't know why she didn't give a report. get on to her next time about that.
All right, and on your last case, you still have community service you have to do.
I've been doing it like almost every day, like,
He has been, Your Honor.
Okay,
alright. I was actually gonna ask Josh Helfer, because last time I asked him I was 60 hours, and that was a month or two ago.
I'll have to check into that, Your Honor.
Yeah,
He does owe more community service, I believe.
okay, well, get with him
Yeah.
to get your balance.
yeah.
I'll sit, and you have fines, are you paying anything on your fines? You
Oh,
gonna work
yeah,
those
I
off?
paid on, I pay on them every month, sir.
What are you gonna pay today?
20.
Okay.
I've paid all at once already this month, I think.
Well, let's see, they're on the, can you show me payments?
20. I think, pretty sure I had my Aunt Kim drop off.
Okay, it's your first case, yeah.
Alright, I was making sure.
March 14th, you did make a $20.
Alright. I'm still gonna make another one.
Okay. You got 3 cases that's going on the oldest case first, so.
I'm marking best.
I'll set you for April 28th
Alright.
as your next hearing. That's a Monday, April 28th, 9 o'clock.
I'm going.
See the clerk.
Am I good to go, sir?
Yes, sir.
I can.
Misty Hunt. 21-2088.
Your Honor, may I have note that Ms. Hunt was ordered on February 21st to have some community service done for the next hearing, and she's not been here.
What do you say about that, Ms.?
I have not been able to do any community service. I still have 2 more weeks before I'll be able to complete those.
Okay, what's the reason?
The services that I'm at, I'm not able to do that right now. Like I'm on a,
Are you
What?
still at Lawrence County Recovery?
no, I'm at Bethesda.
Okay. Well, sir, there's no one here from Bethesda?
She's sick.
Okay. Well, let me just have a seat and I'll ask them to submit, usually
Okay.
they give me a report, so let me
Okay.
ask them for a report.
All right.
So Misty Hunt will recall that after I get a report.
Kimberly Jones, Gary Kazee, Cody J.W. Mead, Derek Oxer, Christopher Roadcat, Stephanie Romans, Trenton Wells.
All right, Kimberly Jones is here. You just have to make payments on your fines. Are you making payments?
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, hopefully I'll get some rent money in the next few days, and I'll come in the first next week and pay the 3 months.
Okay. What are you paying today?
I don't have any today. I have to wait this evening for the lady will pay me the rent. And see, Saturday and Sunday, Monday, I can bring it in. Make a payment on what I owe. And I was gonna see about checking on the hours I've already put in volunteering. I'll
Okay.
probably have to go down to the dog pound and have them to give me a printout or something.
See
And then-
Mr. Major about that in the probation office. I'm going to set
Okay.
your next hearing for April the 11th.
April the 11th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Appreciate it.
April 11th.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gary Kazee.
Yes, sir.
Case number on that is 16166 and 14309. All right, Kimberly Jones is here. You just have to make payments on your fines. Are you making payments on your fines?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a payment on your funds today?
Yeah, I've got $20. I can do better later.
Okay, put you down for 20. You'll need to see the clerk about that. Set you for April 21st to be your next hearing, exactly 1 month, April 21st, 9 o'clock.
Okay,
See the clerk.
now,
Yes, 9 o'clock.
okay, thank you, sir.
Cody Mead. Cody Mead is 22-16-90, 22-2101, 23-152. Cody Mead. It's not appeared, so it'll be warrant. Derek Oxshire. Derek Oxshire is 22-52, hasn't done anything on his case and hasn't appeared today. So it'll be a warrant.
Your Honor, if I may, he's in Shawnee.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. We didn't know that he had a case here. We got him from Meigs County, actually. So
Oh, he's referred to you from Meigs County?
Yes, sir.
Derek T. Oxshire. I
Yes.
think that's him, okay. Well, we want to discontinue it and can you bring him the next,
Yes.
Monday? Can you bring him Monday?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll set it for Monday for review, that's March 24th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Pass to Monday. Christopher Roadcat. 21-11-72 and 23-6-46. You still have community service to do, Mr. Roadcap, on your last case, and you got fines to pay.
Yes,
You have a payment today?
I'm still trying to finish up the job.
Okay, when can you do some community service?
I'm gonna try to, do some next Saturday.
So the 29th, we're gonna put you down for being here on the 29th of March.
Okay.
And I'll set your next hearing April 25th, 9 o'clock. Stephanie Romans is here. She's at Morris County Recovery, 1730-10. She just went there recently.
Yeah, she's at home now.
I'm sorry, Home County Recovery. Okay, so it sounds like things are going pretty good, well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're gonna be looking for a job now.
Yes.
Okay. I'll set your next hearing for April 28th. Last Monday in April, 9 o'clock. Trenton Wells, 24-21-12. All right, Mr. Wells has done some community service. Do you have a payment on your funds today?
No, sir.
Okay. And are you still with Bethesda?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's just have a seat and I'll get them to give me a report on you two.
All right.
Okay, we can recall Misty Hunt. I got a report on her. All right, so, they say that you are compliant with your treatment. So you think in the next month you can get out and do?
Absolutely. In 2 weeks, I'll be able to go ahead and finish it off.
Okay, I'll set you for April 25th as your next hearing.
The 25th?
Yes, ma'am.
And I do have a payment today for
How much are you
mine.
paying?
I want to pay 40.
Gotta see the clerk to make the payment.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Haley Early.
Okay, yeah, good screen, so that's good. I want you to get back with ODP though. You're doing outpatient, so it should be doable.
Yeah, they'll work around her schedule or whatever she needs as well.
You still have fines and court costs.
I'm making a payment today,
Okay, how much are you gonna pay?
40.
Okay. And you got your kids now, or, okay. I'll set you for April 25th as your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
See the clerk.
State of Ohio recalls Jake Dodson.
Your Honor, I did check into it. He did turn to community service here, and he should have checked in with Mr. Major, to make sure he didn't need to appear, but it appears that he is done with community service.
Okay, well, he'll be completed, and he did pay off his fines and costs, so that's 24,456. I'll mark that file as complete. Ready for a record? Okay, we're gonna start the arrangements, and I'll recall Mr. Wells. Taylor is on her way here, so she's gonna give her report when she gets here. I'll recall your case when she gets here. We're gonna start some of the arraignments. The arraignments are the new cases, or old cases where there's a warrant issued, and we'll recall those if you have a warrant outstanding. If you have a warrant outstanding, you want it recalled, you have to go check in with the clerk, because otherwise we won't know you're here today. When your name's called, come up to the table to your right, stand there, and I'm going to go over the charges with you. You need to understand the charges. You do not have to agree with the charges. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, but what you say is on the record. It can be used against you if you admit something about your case. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail, to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. If you enter a guilty or no contest plea, you're waiving the rights you have as a defendant. You should not waive your rights. If you're confused, if you don't understand, if you don't know what to do, if you want a lawyer, if you want a trial, any of those things I just mentioned, not guilty should be the plea you enter. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Nathan Evans, case number CRB 25172.
So are you Nathan Evans?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Evans, you're being served a copy of the charge.
Okay.
That's what I'm reading from right now.
Okay.
It's a theft offense. It alleges that Fayette Township, on March the 20th of this year, you purposely tried to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. That's a misdemeanor theft offense. The maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
You understand the rights that defendants have that I explained just a few minutes ago?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Any questions before you enter a plea?
No, sir.
What plea do you wish to enter?
I am guilty, and this is my first offense, sir. And I've learned my lesson, and this won't happen again.
Okay. All right, I'm going to read the affidavit that was filed with the complaint. It's by a Xander Maynard, who appears to be a Walmart employee. Say, I was watching Nathan Evans on the camera, and he selected cards from the card aisle, proceeded to general merchandise self-checkout, continued to watch him. He scanned food items and Pokemon cards, went out the grocery side exit doors without purchasing the carts. Okay. Do you have any statement or explanation you want to make?
No, sir.
And you live in Proctorville?
Yes, sir.
Are you employed, sir?
No, sir.
Well, my standard on what I do on the, and we get a lot of them, Walmart theft, we get a lot of shoplifting charges here in this court. I have everybody that pleads guilty take a urine screen because I have a high incidence of positive screens on shoplifting. So
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have you go to probation office, do a urine screen.
Yes, sir.
Then you'll come back and we'll decide how we're going to do sentencing after I get the results from that. So go do your urine screen, then come back and I'll leave the courthouse to do your sentencing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Cooper will show you where to go.
State of Ohio versus Donald Donahue, case number CRB 25-170. Donald Donahue.
Donald Donahue. And I have the complaint in the file, but I have no, Donald Donahue?
Yes.
Okay, come on up, sir.
Want me to come up to you or to this desk?
To the desk, to your right.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Right, so you are Donald Donahue?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Donahue, it's alleged that at Fayette Township on March the 18th of this year, you purposely deprived Walmart of property without their consent. It's a first-degree misdemeanor theft offense, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes, I do.
You understand your rights?
Yes, I do.
How do you plead for this charge?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true. By doing that, you waive your right to have a trial and a lawyer. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to accept your guilty plea. I'm going to read the affidavit that was filed with the complaint. It says, and this is from a Christopher Fields, who appears to be a Walmart employee. I saw Donald Donahue exit the store with items that were still in a spider wrap, trying to get him to stop. He kept right on going. I saw him put items into Walmart bags and headed for the doors without paying for anything. We took him to the office and found more items hidden in his jacket. All items totaled $512.22. Any explanation or statement you want to make, sir?
Yes, sir. I didn't have any groceries and I was about starved to death, and I was going to take that stuff, sell it and buy groceries. And but anyhow, you know, I'm disabled. I'm 68 years old, 67, be 68 pretty soon. And anyhow, the Walmart, I like the Walmart people. I don't hold nothing against them. I was just taking that stuff because I needed food. I was starving to death.
Okay. Well, and you live in Huntington?
Correct.
The city of Mission has a cafeteria that's open every day where you can go.
You know, I didn't know that.
Okay.
But I know it now, and I'll be going up there eating all meals at the city mission. They said I could come for 3 meals a day.
Yeah, it's open every day. I forget, the director is Mitch Webb, and he told me the number of meals, I believe, is, I'm correct, is like over 300,000 meals served in here.
Yeah. Sir, could I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
The $512 worth of stuff that I took from Walmart, could I pay for that?
No.
You can't?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, you can't. And one of the things is they don't want you to come back to the store either. So.
Oh, I won't go back.
Okay, I'm going to impose well, getting ahead of myself. I'm still going to do the same thing we always do. I've been surprised before. Sometimes I've had people where I said, this person doesn't look like they're the type of person that uses drugs. And then I go ahead and screen them, and guess what? They're positive. So I want you to go do a urine screen. And because if you're positive, then it's going to become a treatment case. They're going to make you go to treatment. Because I get about 80% of the people that shoplift at Walmart are dirty.
Yeah, well, I'm not a drug addict.
Well, let's see. If you're clean, then I won't make you do any kind of treatment. If you're dirty, then I'm going to make part of your sentence go to treatment. So Mr. Cooper will direct you where to go for your urine screen.
All righty, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brianna Morgan, case number CRB 22801. Brianna Morgan.
All right, you're Brianna Morgan.
Yes, sir.
It looks like from the file that you had a warrant issued back almost a year ago, May 21st of 24, on a failure to appear for a review hearing.
Correct.
Do you admit that? Or
Yes,
do you have an explanation for not appearing?
Yeah, it was my court date in January, and I called my probation officer and left a voicemail. It was a terrible ice storm. I couldn't get out, couldn't get here. And I guess in my mind, I thought that I would get a call back with a rescheduled court date, and I didn't do my part and return a call. And whenever I didn't get a call back from him like I should have.
Well, it looks to me like the warrant was issued actually last summer.
Right, but my court date was January of 2024 that I missed. That's what I'm speaking on. That's when the warrant come.
No, it was May 21st was the court date that you missed.
Oh, okay, well, there was a court date in January that I missed for an ice storm that I spoke to my probation officer about. I didn't even know about a court date in May. I didn't.
Well, do you want to contest this? Do you want a hearing on it? How do you want to proceed?
No, I mean, if I missed it, I missed it. That's my fault. I just want to
Here's the thing, even if it was in January, and there was some ice storms in January.
You're right.
Missing for an ice storm in January doesn't mean, I don't ever have to go back to court.
I absolutely agree.
Well, then you gotta come in when the weather clears up and say, I know I missed my court day, I'm here. Otherwise, you're gonna have a warrant outstanding. And it looks like you got arrested on the warrant and had to post a bond.
I did get arrested, yeah.
Okay. Can you pay anything today? You've got
Yes.
still, you owe some money on your case and you got community service to do too.
Yes, the community service I can do really any day. I will do how many ever days I need to do.
You've
And
got
then,
9 days left.
okay.
Your Honor, she was here yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
then
now you've got 8 days left.
okay, I can get those done within the next 2 weeks. I'll have them done within this week and next week.
What about your fine?
The fine, I've got a $100 fine, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I can pay 20 of that today, and I can pay the rest of it Monday.
Okay. Make your $20 payment today. I'll cancel the warrant that was issued for you and put you, so now I'm going to put you on the sentencing docket because you've got a bond out. That's the way I handle
Okay.
when you got a bond. So here's the difference. And this is good for everybody to hear that's in the courtroom. So if you don't come to a hearing like a review, I issue a warrant for you, that goes to the sheriff's office and all the other law enforcement all over. I hate to break it to you, but they're not going to come look for you on a misdemeanor theft,
Right.
not appearing.
Right, no, they're just going to wait.
They're going to wait till you have police contact like you did, and then you're going to go to jail.
Absolutely.
So that's what happened to you.
Yes.
But now this is a different story.
I know.
You got a bondsman,
Yeah, I know.
and he's guaranteeing your appearance.
Yes. Yes.
He's not like the sheriff.
Right, I know.
He's not going to wait
Yeah, I would not be missing
till you
anything.
have police contact.
Yeah, I
If
would
you
not.
miss a hearing, he has to pay the court $2,500.
Yeah,
He does not want to pay the court $2,500.
absolutely.
He would rather you go to jail than pay $2,500.
Yeah, he already told me
So he's
that.
going to come and track you
Yes,
down,
yes.
throw you in a car and haul you off to jail.
Yes, he
If you miss
absolutely
your
told me
hearing.
that.
Do you understand?
I do.
It doesn't matter if there's an ice storm, a hurricane, grandma dies, the dog dies. I mean, I hear it all.
Right.
Everybody has excuses why they can't do what they're supposed to do.
Of course, you are right.
But you got to do what, that performance is what counts. In life, you got to do what you've got to do. You can't just blow it off and say, oh, there was an ice storm, so I don't ever have to go back. You're going to be in jail. I don't want you to be in jail because the jail is already full. Have you been there before?
I have.
Do you want to go back?
No. No, I don't.
Do what you're supposed to do.
I'm going to, I promise.
No excuses.
I got you.
Pay your $20 today. I'll set your next hearing for May 2nd. If you get everything done by then, you don't have to come back.
Okay.
May 2nd, 9 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
See the clerk.
State of Ohio recalls Nathan Evans, case number CRB 25172.
Okay, I've got the screen on Mr. Evans, and it's clean, so that's good. That's a good thing. You're in the 20%. 80% are usually dirty, so you're clean screen. So anything else you want to tell me before I send you?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to impose a $100 fine, order you to pay court costs, 10 days in jail suspended, give you 5 days community service. We have a community service program here at the court where you can do projects. Now it's getting warm, we've got grass to cut, trash to pick up, and are you employed?
No, sir.
Okay, so you can come out any day but Sunday and do this at 7:30. You got 5 days to do
Okay.
versus going to jail for 10 days. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I won't. I don't want to be in jail, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
no, you don't want to
No,
go
no,
to
I
jail.
don't want to go back. No.
But just do what you're supposed to. You heard my
Yes,
little
sir.
speech to the last lady?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
I don't want people to go to jail. I give
Yeah.
people suspended jail time all the time, and then they blow off. I say this all the time, maybe I shouldn't. I'm not your 7th grade math teacher. Like people are like, I'm not gonna do my homework, nothing's gonna happen to me. No, you're gonna go to jail if you don't do this. And I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad. You know, people have gotten by all their life without having to be responsible. This, ultimately, you gotta go to jail if you don't do it. I don't want you to go to jail, because I can fill the jail up with people who are not gonna do what I ordered them to do. They're just gonna blow it off one after the other with excuse after excuse after excuse. Don't make excuses.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Get it done.
Yes.
You're gonna be on probation for 2 years, or until you get it finished. Once you're finished, your probation's over.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a review hearing date, and that is September the 12th. You shouldn't be here for the review hearing. You know why? Because you got it all done before September the 12th. That's all summer. You got all
Yes, sir.
summer to get this done. I'm gonna urge you stay out of Walmart.
Yes.
All Walmarts you're banned from. I don't know how they stay in existence. I've banned so many people from Walmarts, but somehow they seem to still be making it okay. Don't go to Walmart, folks. Don't shoplift at Walmart. They've got all kind of cameras in the ceiling. They got detectives. That's the dumbest thing you can do is shoplift at Walmart. They will catch you. Live and learn. Okay. Get your community service done, pay your fines and court costs, stay out of Walmart, and
Your Honor,
come back to court then.
Your Honor, can you tell me how many hours of community service I need to do again?
30. It's 5 days. We give you credit. So you come at 7:30,
And
leave
yes, sir.
at 2:30, so you get 6 hours credit. And
And then-
if you're not working, which you say you're not, I'll let you work off your fines and costs too. Just do extra days. We'll give you $50 a day credit for every extra day you do toward your fines and court costs.
Okay.
So
Thank you. And my date again, sir, the ITIL?
You're gonna meet with the probation officer, he'll give it to you.
Okay.
Here's the other thing, a lot of people say, well, I didn't know when I had to come back to court. You're gonna get a piece of paper with the date on it,
Okay.
okay, before you leave. We have telephones here.
Yes.
I got old-fashioned clerks, they do have cell phones, but you don't have to just text them. They will pick up the phone if you call them, unlike my children. My children will not pick up the phone if you call them. If you text them, they might respond. If you call them, they're never going to answer them. They will answer the phone. And they love to tell people when their hearing date is, because you forgot. Here's the other thing. Everybody has a smartphone or a laptop. Do you have a smartphone?
Yes, sir, I do.
So you can get on the internet.
Yes, sir.
That's why I see everybody, well, even the lawyers, they're sitting there looking at their phone. Lawrence County Municipal Court has a website. You can go to the website and do a record search. Put your name in, and it will show you your case, when you have to come back. There's no excuse for not coming to
Yes.
court, because you don't know when your hearing date is.
No excuse.
Except being lazy and dumb and ignorant, that's the only excuse for not coming. I'm a little bit fed up with people not coming to court, as you can tell. So just get it done and put it behind you. You made a mistake, don't make any more mistakes, and have a good life.
About life. Yes, sir, Your Honor.
When you leave the courtroom, make a 90-degree left. That's the probation office. Mr. Major's going to be in there. He's your probation officer. Talk to him. He'll give you some paperwork, then you're free to go.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, sir, thank you.
Go talk to him and get this done and put it behind you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Trenton Wells.
Okay, do you have a report for Mr. Wells now?
I apologize, Your Honor.
Okay, it looks like he's compliant, but he's still working on stuff.
He's got a lot of things going on right now, but we're working through it.
Okay, well, that's what this is all for, is to work through issues and make progress, and it looks like that's what you're doing. Okay, let's make it May the 5th. It's a good day to come to court. May the 5th,
Thank you, Your Honor.
9 o'clock. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just a little under the weather.
Laryngitis or something? Don't sound the same.
State of Ohio versus Tracy D. Dillon, case number CRA 24575, CRB 24576, CRC 24882, A and B.
Okay.
I believe this is my case, Your Honor.
Yes.
Luke Steiner, yes, we spoke on the phone. Okay. Miss Dillon,
She missed the hearing on February 10th?
yes, can we approach?
Yes.
Bill. Sure.
Crazy Dillon.
Are these our copies, or do you need these?
You can have them if you need them.
Okay.
All right, I'll withdraw the warrant since she came in on her own.
I would ask that that be without a warrant fee due to the nature of her, while she wasn't here.
Okay, I'll withdraw the warrant fee. I believe she had an OR bond, I believe. I'm sure that there wasn't a bond posted.
I believe it may have been a medical OR, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll reinstate an OR bond for her, and then,
Do we want to have her go ahead and sign one?
yeah, that's fine.
It's a bond, it lets you not propose bond to come back to the board. You just sign your name right here.
This isn't set for trial.
And I believe there's some matters set for, there's some current matters and some post-conviction matters that were set. I would ask that the bond cover everything.
Okay, it'll cover everything that she has before.
Yeah, we're gonna do
So
that.
really, we could do 2 weeks would be the 4th of April, that would work, or any time after that.
I'm here the 4th, so if we want to set it for the 4th, that'd be fine. I think we're gonna probably be longer term than that, but I think it would give us a chance to regroup and figure out where things are, where everyone has their file.
All right, April the 4th will be her next hearing. She's to continue whatever treatment regime she's doing right now.
And I'll work to get the details of that.
Sorry. There'll be a preliminary hearing on the felony and pretrial on the other existing cases. She has her be pretrial and review for 882.
And how much is the bond?
2,000. OR. Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy S. Gunter, case number CRB 15539.
Okay, this is an old case. You're Jeremy Gunter.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gunter, it appears that you missed a hearing back in July of 2018 on a theft offense, and warrant got issued, and you got arrested on the warrant, and you posted a bond now, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you admit or deny you missed your hearing back in July of 2018?
Yes, I did.
Do you have an explanation for that?
Honestly, it's so old. I was actually strung out on drugs then and wasn't doing what I was supposed to. Now I've changed my life and trying to get it out from under me.
Okay. Well, the attorney that was representing you then, Mr. Nip, is not really practicing anymore, so I can appoint a new lawyer for you. If you want court-appointed counsel, do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
No, I don't guess.
Okay, you'd already pled.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I already pled on it. I think I had community service and a fine.
Correct.
I can pay on my fine today.
Okay, you still living in Kentucky?
Yes, sir.
The Sparks Road?
Yes, sir.
It's probably some of my relation. My maternal grandmother's maiden name was Sparks. and they were from
It's
East-
actually Sarks,
Oh, is it
S-A-R-K-S.
Sarks? Okay,
Yeah.
well, they were Sparks and Skaggs, that's my mother's side of the family. Very Scotch-Irish, Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do, I'll cancel the warrant, but now you have a bond up, and you heard the whole speech I made to the one lady to have bail bondsmen. So you
Yes,
know
sir.
the difference.
Yeah.
You won't get years
Yeah.
without getting caught up in this. The bail bondsman will come with you.
Yeah, I'm just ready to get it over with.
Okay, well, we're ready for you to get it over with too. So just do what you're supposed to, and that'll get it over with.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna set you for, are you working, sir?
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna be a Monday or Friday for your next hearing. What's better?
That's either one's fine. I work early morning shift, so I'm
Yeah.
off before then.
Or you just get it done before this next hearing. and
And
you
that's
won't have to have-
probably what it's gonna be.
Okay, that would be great.
Yes.
April 28th, 9 o'clock will be a no, I'm sorry. That'll be a sentencing because you've got a bond up now.
Okay.
So it'll be at 10 o'clock, but just get it finished And you don't have to come back, that's all we want. Finish what you were ordered to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Travis Jarrett, case number CRB 2197, A and B.
All right, Mr. Gerald, so as you missed a pretrial, March 12th of 21, and Mr. Morford, your lawyer. Is that right?
Okay.
So, Mr. Morford, you wouldn't know what's going to be on the docket today because he just came in. And I don't see, did you get arrested on this or?
No, I found out from my employee that I had a warrant, and called Wednesday, tried to come in Wednesday, but y'all didn't have court, so she told me to.
Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah, she told me to come back Friday, and here I am. I can't work till I get all this taken care of.
Okay. Did you get a new job or something? Or?
I actually just moved back from California. I went to treatment out in California, and I've been out there for the last 18 months.
So the charges are domestic violence and resisting arrest, those are the two charges. So you came in on your own.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll set this for another pretrial, Mr. Morford.
Please, Judge.
And I'm looking at dates in April. Pretty much any date in April will work. What's your schedule?
I'm good any day in April, Judge, I believe.
Okay, April 4th? That's 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
You can talk to Mr. Morford if you want to try to resolve it today, you can do that
Okay.
later. But in case it doesn't happen that way, I'll set it for another hearing April 4th at 10 o'clock.
All right.
State of Ohio versus Amanda Music, case number TRD 21-1818.
And ma'am, are you Amanda Music?
Yes.
It's alleged that you missed a hearing date, there's a lot of that today. Hearing date, December 28, 2021, on a traffic matter, and a warrant got issued, and that's why you're here today.
Yes.
And did you post a bond on this, or how did you find out that you had a warrant?
Well, I went to the BMV to try to get my license back finally, and they told me. I looked it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you, take it from what you were charged with driving without a license.
Yeah.
And you were given some time to try to get your license reinstated. That didn't happen, and now there's a warrant.
Yeah.
Or you didn't show up for court.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're trying to get your license back?
Yes.
You know what you have to do to get it done?
Yeah, this is the last thing I gotta take care of, and then I pay $85 and take my driver's test, and I'm good.
Okay.
It was a crazy ordeal back then.
So you'd already pled guilty because it was set for a sentencing hearing in
Yes.
traffic court. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sentence you rather than draw this out.
Yeah, thank you.
You still live in South Point?
Yes.
You did have proof of insurance at the time you got the stop, so that's good. Okay, anything you want to tell me is why you didn't come to court, or?
Dumb, ignorant, stupid, I guess. No, there was a lot going on. I kept getting pulled over. I just kind of I give up. I paid thousands trying to get, it was just a big ordeal, and
Okay, well, let me look at what led to this. I've got a statement from the officer. It says, defendant was going west, US 52. I ran, the license came back that the owner was a failure to reinstate, and she passed me and confirmed the driver was the owner. I don't know how you could do that.
yeah, I told you, I showed you the papers
Okay,
where.
tell you what I'm gonna do. This is your
Okay.
lucky day. So, as a young lawyer, I've found, when the judge is about to rule in your favor, button up. Don't say another word, because you might talk him out of it. I'm about to rule in your favor. Now, our Court of Appeals, which is very, very, very conservative, probably wouldn't agree with me, but I'm going to dismiss it. Because I don't like when they say, oh, I checked the license and the owner has a suspended license. That's like a show me your papers kind of thing. And we have the Fourth Amendment, they need to have a good reason to stop you. I don't think that's a good reason, because the owner may not be the one driving the car. It could be somebody else. So I'm going to dismiss it. This part's taken care of. Go take care of the other part and get your license.
All right, thank you so much, sir. I
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Aaron K. Freeman, case number CRB 25-174.
Sir, you're Aaron K. Freeman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Freeman, it's alleged that on January the 19th of 2025, you knowingly caused Audrey Westmoreland to believe you would cause physical harm to her person or property. That's a menacing charge. It's a fourth-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 30 days in jail, $250 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yeah.
You have a
Yes.
job?
No.
You're not working?
No.
All right, I'll appoint Tyler Smith to represent you. There a not guilty plea for you, sir. And he has a bond out. He posted a bond. So that's continued. Is there a protection order requested?
Yes, Your Honor.
And this is,
Here.
is Audrey Westmoreland here? No? Okay. Is any problem, sir, for you to stay away from Miss Westmoreland?
She mothers my two kids. Am I able to still see my kids on the weekends?
Or you have children together?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not ordering you to stay away from your kids, but I'm ordering you to stay away from her.
Okay.
So if you can get some third party that can do the change off with the kids, that's fine.
Thank you.
And we'll come back pretty quick to try to get this moving. I just don't want there to be an allegation of another incident while the case is pending, so.
Right.
So let's see, we could actually do this next Friday if you want.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, March 28th will be the next hearing. Be a pretrial at 10 a.m. This bond is continued with a protection order.
My phone shut off thinking and my mother's just contacting me and
State of Ohio versus David A. Campbell, case number CRB 25-173.
Yes.
Sir, you, David Campbell.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Campbell, the state's alleging that at Union Township on March 19th this year, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Jamie Campbell, and that she's a member of your family or lives in your household. So the charge they filed was domestic violence. It's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes.
Are you working?
No, Your Honor, I'm 100% disabled through the VA.
So you get social,
I get Social Security too.
and Well, you still may not be eligible then. Are you getting some kind of VA benefits and Social Security?
I'm just rated to 100%. I get Social Security, Your Honor. And VA, yes.
Okay, I have to determine your gross annual income. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's about $4,500 a month.
Okay, well, you're probably not, if you make too much money, you're not gonna be eligible unless you got
That's
5
fine.
or 6 kids or something like that.
I do have kids. I got 3 kids, too.
3?
Yes, Your Honor. That I'm paying child support on.
Okay, I'll go ahead and appoint counsel then for you. I'll appoint Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice time.
I was gonna say, how do you do it?
Not guilty plea is entered. There's a bond up, that's continued. Protection orders requested.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Campbell's not here, Jamie Campbell? Okay. So I'm gonna order you stay away from her while this is pending, is that any problem?
What's that, Your Honor?
I'm ordering you stay away from Jamie while this case is pending, can you do that?
Yes, Your Honor. I do have a question, though.
When I was arrested, I've not been able to get back to my residence, so I don't have anything else other than what I have on. Is there any chance that I can maybe be escorted there to get some of my belongings?
Well, why don't we have, do you have a contact?
We do.
We'll let the prosecutor get in touch with her and see what we can work out as far as getting you some of your stuff. What do you think you need?
I don't know. I can get off my phone. She took my phone. Sorry, Your Honor, what's it?
What do you need?
As far as what? I just need some personal clothes, items and stuff. I don't have anything else other than what I have on.
You got a vehicle?
No, I don't have a vehicle, nothing. She has everything.
So you want a vehicle and some
Yes, Your
clothes?
Honor, yes.
Okay.
And,
We'll
yes.
let them pass that on.
Can I grab my motorcycle as well? Because I know she can't ride it. Just a question.
They can ask.
Yep, sorry.
Call this one back up, Judge,
Yeah,
after
we'll
that.
recall it. You want the file?
If I could borrow, please, thank you.
And it might also help if Mr. Campbell had the name of a neutral party. that
Is
we
there
might
somebody that
suggest
can be a go-between?
As far as what, to pick, yes, Your Honor.
You have a name?
Andy Ratcliffe.
Okay.
He's a buddy of mine.
Lives in Athalia?
What's that?
You live in Athalia? Okay, different person. Okay, we'll recall your case. We'll let the prosecutor reach out to her and see what she says.
Okay, all right, thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Lauren Bailey. Your Honor, this is a free trial. Case number TRD 191212. Lauren Bailey, this is Mr. Stratton's case.
Your Honor, Ms. Bailey has gotten her license worked out, so we'll plead guilty to this driving under suspension.
Okay.
She's valid.
Is there any agreement or recommendation on the sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, she has suspension from West Virginia for non-payment of some tickets, it looks like.
And all that's,
She's resolved all
yeah,
that.
she's valid now.
Okay. Anything you want to tell me, Ms. Bailey?
Yeah, I actually had already reinstated my license before getting pulled over, but it was still showing suspended.
Okay.
So,
Do we get any proof of that, or?
Yes. I can text you proof if you would.
Yeah. You got something from the West Virginia DMV, or?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
They approach.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute, are you sick?
Yes.
Text it to me. Text it to me, I don't want to touch your phone.
I was just going to hold it up.
screenshot it or something?
It's coming out.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Well, the only thing is this doesn't, your battery needs charged.
Yeah.
This doesn't show me that you, what I need is to know that
There's another.
this is an old case. I need to know that before May the 1st, she was reinstated. May the 1st of 2019.
Yeah.
She reinstated, if she was valid when she got stopped, then I'm going to dismiss it. If she was not valid, then she's been out of pocket for quite a while.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I believe I sent you the wrong one.
This just shows she's valid now. It doesn't show me that she was valid when she got pulled over.
Your Honor, there's another one coming. There you go. Sorry. Is that the one that's being, yeah, that's one.
Yeah, it shows where I paid the reinstatement.
Okay. I don't know if that's.
Okay, it looks like she did make a payment to the DMV in January of 2019. So, based on that, and I'm hearing no objection from the prosecutor, I'll go ahead and dismiss it.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Case is dismissed. It looks to me like she was valid before this incident.
Yep. Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
Thank you.
Good to go.
All right.
State of Ohio versus Tiffany Brooks, case number TRC 25177, A and B.
This is Mr. Stratton's case for
Your Honor, we're scheduled for a pretrial and OVI and a speed. Plead guilty to both. Ask for minimum fine, and I think there's going to be a joint recommendation of just a 6-month license suspension.
Mr. Healy.
And that is correct, Your Honor. We're not asking for anything
He's going to have to
additional to the mandatory minimums.
Okay. I'm just scanning over the officer's report. Okay, it looks like from what I'm reading here that there's no aggravating circumstances, so.
There's not.
Ms. Brooks, you have a right, well, first of all, do you agree with what the attorney's
Yes, sir.
represented to the court? Do you
Yes.
agree with that? You want to change your plea? To
Yeah,
guilty,
so-
that's what he's saying.
yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
You have a right to make a statement to the court if you want. Do you have anything you want to say?
In my defense, I was speeding across the bridge because I'm scared of bridges, so, but I know that's,
Okay. The only thing that really has to do with, did the officer have a good reason to stop you, which apparently he did. You were doing
yeah.
50-some miles an hour and a 35.
Yes.
So he had a reason to stop you. And then that leads to all the other stuff where he finds out you've been drinking and you wind
Yeah.
up getting an OBI out of this. So
I definitely learned my lesson.
that's important in life. Is,
Yeah.
you know, come here, if you sit here and watch, a lot of people keep making the same mistake over and
Not
over
me.
and over because they don't learn.
Right.
Learn from this and go on and have a great life. Okay. You're pretty well over the per se level, but you're under the high test score. So I'm going to give you a $600 fine. I'm not giving you the minimum because it's kind of my policy. The higher you test, the higher I make the fine. Your
I
test was
understand.
pretty, you know, the per se level is 8 and you tested 15. So you're almost double what the per se level is.
I
So
understand.
$600 fine, court costs, 6-month license suspension, and that started the day of the incident, so that was February 1st. You'll have through July. Your license will be suspended through July. You'll need to get it reinstated. It doesn't automatically reinstate once the
Right.
time's up. You gotta contact the DMV. They're gonna make you pay a reinstatement fee. At least, I mean, unless, you may have other stuff that they want you to take care of. You did have proof of insurance, so that's good. I'll give you 20 days in jail, which I'll suspend on the condition that you do 5 days community service. You have to go to the driver intervention program, 3-day driver intervention program. The legislature says I have to make you do that on the first day or put you in jail. You don't want to go to jail.
No.
So the dip school, as everybody calls it, is a 3-day school, and it's inpatient, so you gotta go someplace and stay for 3 days
Yeah.
and complete that. There's one here in Lawrence County, there's one inside the county. The big counties have multiple ones, so you can go to any one that's approved by the state.
Okay.
You gotta do that, or you gotta do the jail, so just get it done. The community service you can do here, we have a community service program. You can do any day but Sunday here.
Well, I'm a full-time student, so I go to school like all week, even on Saturdays, so
Where are you going to school?
Huntington's Beauty School.
Okay, did you get a spring break or anything?
No. It's just, we have so many hours that we have to do, I can give him like my schedule and all
What
that.
about Sundays?
We're out of school.
Okay, little known, well-kept secret is you can actually do Sundays at the dog pound in Ironton, but
Okay.
you have to arrange, you can't just show up there. Here, you can just show up. If 500 people show up on a Tuesday, we're
I'll
gonna
figure
take
it
all
out.
500. That never happens, but you can show up here any day. You don't have to make arrangements in advance. But if you wanna work on a Sunday at the dog pound, you gotta call and schedule, because they only take so many people. So you can do that with Lawrence County Animal Shelter in Ironton on Sundays,
Gotcha.
or here any day but Sunday.
Right.
You can go with that with your probation officer. You got 2 years of probation or until you finish your case. You got a review on September the 12th. You should get it done before then. You don't have to worry about coming back to the hearing. If you don't have it done, you gotta show up. If you don't show up, you get a warrant.
A 9.
So,
Yeah, I'm not getting a warrant.
okay, good. I don't want you to get a warrant.
No.
You had a speed offense, I'll give you a $30 fine on that. You'll need to check in with Mr. Major, who's your probation officer. After you do that, free to go. Any questions?
How do I set up the
Oh, you
DUI?
wanna- We didn't talk about driving privileges.
Oh,
You want
yes.
driving privileges?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I forgot about it.
You do.
Yes, driver's privileges, Your Honor.
I'll give you a permit to drive. Do you have a job at all, or are you just in school?
Just in school, and
Just
I've got
from
3
school.
kids.
You need a permit for anything else?
My kids.
Okay.
Childcare.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you get stopped, you're gonna have to prove you're within, if you get stopped at 1 o'clock in the morning driving,
No.
you're gonna have a tough time showing it was for either school or
Right,
childcare.
yes.
Okay, so, the smartest thing to do,
I haven't been driving.
well, that, and if you do drive, use your turn signal,
Yeah.
keep it within the speed limit, obey all the traffic laws so you don't get pulled over and have to do some explaining.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
Okay, go see your probation officer, and you're finished after that.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Alicia Corrado, case number 24 CRB 701.
There's a continuing case, Jasmine Green, if we could maybe call that up.
Okay, Jasmine Green is Mr. Smith's case, so we'll call it also.
Yeah.
Are they here?
No,
Okay.
well.
They weren't here on March 7th either.
State of Ohio versus Jasmine Green, case number CRB 24-700.
You're supposed to be dismissed, and my lady wasn't even paying costs, so I really don't know why she's not here.
What's the state's, you want to
Dismiss both of them.
dismiss one or both, or how do you want to proceed? I think this was mother and daughter, wasn't it, as I remember?
No.
I'm thinking of another one.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was spouses.
I would ask, since she's not supposed to pay costs, it might go ahead and be dismissed.
Cost did not be paid, is that
That's
correct?
correct.
Maybe we just dismiss it without cost for both of them?
I guess.
Dismiss them both?
Yeah, I don't want to make that a habit, though.
Well, you just opened the floodgates. You know?
Well,
Once you do something, every other lawyer is going to, well, you did that in another case.
you just don't show up.
That's true.
That's what they say.
It should once.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to pay in the first place.
He's already
Well,
dismissed.
okay, so I would like to have this discussion, though, but we were here a week or two ago, and it was discussed that, well, they didn't show up and haven't paid costs. Did you all have any luck trying to get a hold of them?
Tyler stood up for me that day. No.
No, I didn't have any.
Well, maybe, why don't we give it another try for them to, why don't you try to,
I haven't heard back, so.
You send them a letter or what?
Cool.
Okay.
You just want to send
I
it
would
there?
suggest that they make an effort to find out if they can locate them. Give them pay.
Let's give it one more try
That'd be fine, Judge.
before we issue a warrant. The proud these people here with
I
us.
appreciate you talking about this, Mr. Phillips.
How about, well, let's give you plenty of time. April 21st, one month.
How about that,
I'm sorry,
not the 21st?
that's not a good date.
I could do the 18th or 25th if Sean's.
Yeah, you know what,
18th, April 18th,
Okay.
at defendant's request.
What's the next date, Your Honor?
April 18th.
we had Belinda Fuller on for next, Your Honor, and we put that off to Monday.
She's still inside the county,
She
right?
is.
State of Ohio versus Michael T. Meddings, case number CRB 24648.
Hey, Mike.
Mr. Stratton's case.
Back in OVP, right? Do you have a report from OVP there, Your Honor?
I've got an undated one, but I don't think it's recent. Is Brianna still here? Okay, let's recall, she's still here, so let's recall it, she'll get us a report.
Yeah.
State of Ohio versus Shelley L. Patrick, case number CRB 2521.
Mr. Stratton's case, pre-trial.
Your Honor, the state has agreed that if we put this out 90 days and costs are paid, it'll be dismissed. You okay with
And
that?
if there's no further problems.
There will be no further problems. Right.
Okay, so that would be June?
Yeah.
June 27th?
Yeah, that'll work.
June 27, 90 days with costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
We got dismissed this time, so, all right? That's all we can do.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Michael T. Meddings, case number CRB 24648.
You said OVP?
Approach, Your Honor.
Yes. Okay, thanks.
Good report.
Okay, it's a good report, says he's compliant, doing what he's supposed to, screens are good.
Yep.
And had this since the fall, so.
I've got it. I need to show what happens.
you know, we could either resolve it today, I think it was gonna be a dismissal at some point, or we could possibly resolve it the next time.
This was a relative, right?
Yes.
Is Michaela here?
No.
Does the state have any information from Michaela Bettings as to what she wants to see happen?
Yes. We just wanted him to follow through with the treatment until it was determined maybe that it was either going to be continuous after the case is over, or whether he completed his treatment.
It would be continuous as he's in outpatient services, so, I mean, he could continue going as long as he wants to. He has remained compliant this whole time, though.
Does the state want to keep monitoring him, or do you think we're at a point where it could be
Well,
dismissed?
It's been about 90 days, hasn't it?
Been long enough.
Yeah, so we're okay with it Nolly today.
All right, case will be dismissed. Might be a good idea for you to continue your counseling on your own, whatever it takes for you to do well. That's what you should do, but I'm not going to monitor you. That case is dismissed.
All right,
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Don A. Rice III, case number CRD 24639.
I have not heard from Mr. Rice, Your Honor.
And this was a case that was going to be dismissed if the cost was paid.
Yeah, but I don't believe there was.
And he's got a bond though.
Right.
6/27/25.
So, do you want me to release the hounds or not?
Well, I think so, yes.
Well, no, but
Well, how are we going to get him here?
I'm not gonna read a warrant, but.
Well, if you say, well, Judge, I think I could get him here in a week or two or whatever, maybe
Your Honor, I
I'll
could
continue,
attempt
but
to get him.
otherwise, I mean,
I
if
could-
I tell Mr. Sowers, go get him, he's going to go get him.
Your Honor, I could attempt to get a hold of him again, so.
If he thinks he can get a hold of him, then we're not opposed to a continuance. Let him do that.
Okay, we'll just set one for the 21st, we'll put this one on the same day.
That was the 18th, Your Honor.
18th, that's right, you can do it. 18th.
State of Ohio versus Jordan Wiley, case number CRB 24565.
Okay, Jordan Riley is on teleconference today. Stratton is the attorney. So what's going on?
Your Honor, she had just had a pregnancy and delivery and,
Twins, wasn't it?
yes. And you mentioned that she could appear by video today, so.
Yes.
I just, before we begin, I just want to let you know that I have jumped back in with Oasis and I'm back on the weekly with him, seeing Max. And then I reached out to Ray Recovery, which is like a virtual IOP. We had been in talks like mid-February, but then I got the preeclampsia and then the unexpected C-section and had the twins. So it kind of fell to the wayside. And I've been spending most of my time at the hospital because they're still there and they can't leave until they can eat enough and get a little bit bigger, but I am gonna do that. And then I'm seeing a new doctor at Marshall Psychiatry, which is one that's local, so I can go in and talk to them about any like mental health issues that I might have or postpartum concerns, so I can kind of nip that in the bud and get ahead of the game. My psychiatrist now is in Middletown and just doing the video health stuff, it's just impersonal and he doesn't really listen and he jumps off the call really quickly, so nothing actually gets addressed, and I kind of just have to, roll with it until the next appointment.
Okay. Mr. Hughes?
She gave us a lot of information there. It sounds like she's trying to attend to this, so we're okay with further continuance to get reports on her recovery.
We can set it a little bit down the road, Your Honor, if you want.
Okay.
That way.
After the 18th,
I mean, whatever, convenient for the court.
I mean, I'm fine with the 18th, or we go a little bit longer out if you want.
Yeah, let's possibly go maybe last week of April, first week of May, maybe.
Okay, April 28th.
I've got a list of dates I can't do, I'm sorry. I can't do.
That's one you can't do?
That's one I cannot.
How about the 25th?
Yes, 25th works.
All right, Ms. Wiley, your next hearing then is going to be the 25th. I'll let you appear by teleconference for that one also if you're still actively doing your treatment.
Yes, and I will make sure that I will request reports, and have them sent to Mr. Stratton, like I did with Max and stuff like that, so that you can see that I'm actually doing it and how I'm doing and stuff like that.
All right, thanks, Joy. Babies come home, have you got some help? You're going to need some help.
Yeah, like right now their feeding schedule is every 3 hours. And I was at the hospital and I spent the night one night and I'm like, this is insane. It's not feasible for one person to be able to stay awake and do this. I mean, have to sleep when they do. But that won't be their routine forever. It's just they have to gain some more weight. They're doing really well. I just think they'll probably be there for a couple more weeks. They weren't due until April the 5th. So, I mean, they're trucking along. It's just, but, I mean, I'll be by myself. I have everything that I need now. I have everything set up. I'm just gonna have to get acclimated to the schedule and have like my own sleep regimen, and
You don't have
do it that way.
You don't
And
have
then
any family to help you?
I do. I mean, I'm saying like they can come over. I'm sure if I need help, someone can come help me out.
The father's in the picture,
yeah.
isn't he? Isn't the father of the twins in the picture?
He lives in Florida.
Oh, I didn't.
So.
Well, I would encourage you, while you got this break now, to seek out and get some plans together how you're going to deal with this, because you're going to be swamped when those kids come home with you. So
Yeah.
You're going to definitely need some help.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like on the forefront of all the things that are on my mind. I got to take care of some other health issues that I'm having, especially with where I'm losing my vision. I was thinking about reaching out to John and Family Services. I know they have, I can't think what it's called, it's like maybe Help Me Grow or something like that, where they can assist me, like home health, and like driving me places if I can't do it, and things like that. But I just need to get back in touch with them. And then I guess if he can come up here, every, I don't know what his plans are. I'm not gonna bank on it.
Okay, sounds like you're going to have to handle most of this
Yeah.
yourself, so. Okay.
Yeah, I have my cousins to help me, and Brandon's family is willing to help me as well. And I think Brandon is too.
Okay. We'll see you on April 25th. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Derek A. Chapman, case number TRC 241275, A and B. All right, set for 7 seconds,
Mr. Stratt's case is on the sentencing docket.
I don't have a report for him, Your Honor, but the last time I checked, he was still compliant. I can get one though if you need me to.
Okay. And he's outpatient?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's better, because I think he had a bad screen at some point in the past, so he's screening okay now?
Yes, we did have a report since that incident, and he was doing much better.
All right. Let's go into May then.
Yes. Any day except the 12th.
May 2nd?
Yep.
and it's on the sentencing docket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Ashley Wallace, case number CRB 24557. Ashley Wallace.
Mr. Stratton's case for sentencing. She's at Bethesda.
You may not want to see it. And I can give a verbal report. I can't get the facts to come through. She's compliant with all services.
Okay, good.
Yeah, bless your heart.
April 18th?
Yes. April 18th.
April 18th will be the next hearing.
Got her ready to go to lunch again.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Larry Basenback at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 25153 ABCD, CRB 25154. This is Mr. Tyler Smith's case.
Are you finished now?
No, we got Michelle Wilson at the jail.
All right, this is Mr. Smith's case. It's preliminary hearing and pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor, I've spoken with Mr. Baseback and Mr. Hill. I believe we've maybe worked out a bond issue in exchange for lowering the cash for surety bond, I think it's $150,000.
Correct.
To $50,000 cash for surety with the GPS monitoring and treatment. So he'll need to be assessed, see if there's a mail bed or repayable. These are pretty serious charges. But so if he can be assessed and then maybe come back on a little bit, and he'll waive his preliminary in exchange for the.
Now, my understanding is case source is probably West Virginia. West Virginia case. You're okay with that? Yeah.
Mr. Baseback, did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
Do you have a, I asked you if you had a medical card, you said you didn't have one. Do you not have a pay source?
No, right now I'm currently unemployed. I haven't signed back up for a medical card or anything. And while I had insurance through my work when I was there, but I've been on a leave of absence for a few months from there.
Okay, so Bethesda says they can handle that.
Okay.
So I'll lower his bond, and he can post a 50,000?
He believes so, yes.
Okay, and 50,000 cash surety with a GPS and release only to Bethesda for treatment.
Yes, and he'll waive his preliminary, because I believe they're not keeping it here with the charges.
So, Mr. Basenback, what your lawyers represent to the court is, you agree that your case can go to the grand jury for consideration of an indictment. In exchange for that, you're waiving what's called a preliminary hearing. The court's going to lower your bond to the amount you think you can post with, you have to put on an ankle monitor and go to treatment. Now, I need to explain to you that if I put an ankle monitor on you and send you to treatment, and the only way you can get away is to cut the ankle monitor off. Because if you leave and have the ankle monitor on, they're just going to come right where you are. They're going to know where you are. You understand that? But if you cut the ankle monitor off, well, that gives you a little bit of time to get away, but you better go to Argentina or someplace that doesn't have an extradition treaty with the United States. Because if you go any place in the United States and you get caught, they're going to extradite you back here, then you're going to go to prison for 3 years minimum for cutting the ankle monitor off. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
It's not a joke. I mean, ask your lawyer. There's been other people that have tried it, they've all gone to prison. So if you really want to go to prison, that's a great way to do it. Cut the ankle monitor off. So you got to get serious about treatment. If you're saying, I don't really want to go to treatment, I probably would leave. You'd be better off just staying in the jail rather than get out there and cut the ankle monitor off. So you're going to tell me I'm not cutting my ankle monitor off, right?
No, sir, I'm not. I need treatment to better myself.
Okay. All right, we'll send down a waiver for you to sign, and I'll order him released only to Bethesda for treatment. And hopefully that happens today. You can't go till you get the ankle monitor. Case is waived to the grand jury.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Marshall Cullum, the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 2590, and Michelle Wilson will be on deck.
Sir, are you Marshall Cullen? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Are you Marshall Cullen?
Yes, sir.
Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Capper. This is a hearing that's happening in my courtroom, which is in Chesapeake, Ohio. You're appearing in court today on a monitor, so there's a bunch of people here, and they can all see you, and they can hear what you say, and your image is being recorded. So you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. But if you do make statements, what you're saying is on the record. It can be used against you if you admit something about this case. You have a right to have a lawyer. You have a right to have one appointed. If you can't afford one, you have a right to bail, to make the state prove the charges filed against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go over your charges so you understand what you're facing. Case number is 2590. It alleges that on February the 12th of this year in Rome Township, you were operating a motor vehicle as to willfully elude or flee a police officer after you were given a visible or audible signal to bring your vehicle to a stop. And you caused, by doing this, a substantial risk of harm to other people or their property by fleeing and eluding. That's basically what they're saying you did. That's a felony of the third degree. It carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in jail and $10,000 fine. So do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
And you understand the rights I explained to you?
Yes, sir.
You have the money to hire a lawyer.
I didn't hear what you said on the last part.
You have money with which you can hire a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
So you want to hire your own lawyer? You don't want me to appoint one for you?
No, sir.
Okay. You have a right to a preliminary hearing, so I'll set that. What's the state's position on bond?
State would request a $15,000 cash bail.
You say 50 or 15?
15.
15. You think you can post a $15,000 cash surety bond?
Possibly.
Okay. So you want to talk to the bail bondsman? Is there are you family?
Yeah.
Okay. You got family here in the courtroom. You could go to the probation office and he'll give you the name, if you don't have it, of the bail bondsman. So you have a right to have your preliminary hearing set within 10 days. Do you want it set within 10 days, or do you want more time to try to get a lawyer?
Could I have just a little bit more time?
Okay. Yeah, here's the thing, if you can't post the bond, then you're gonna be wind up sitting in jail. If you're gonna post the bond, you're gonna be out. So you pretty confident you can post the bond?
Yeah, we're gonna post it.
Okay. Well, how about going into April then?
April what?
I haven't set a date.
Oh, yeah, I already know about April.
So 2 weeks from today, April the 4th, I'm gonna set it for then.
At what time, sir?
It'll be at 10 o'clock here at the court in Chesapeake, and your family knows where that is. April the 4th will be a preliminary hearing. It'll be at 10 a.m. And I'm putting down your file, you will hire an attorney. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, well, they say they're posting bond. When they do that, you'll get released, and you gotta be back in court in Chesapeake, County Road 1, on April the 4th at 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all.
State of Ohio versus Michelle L. Wilson at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 25158, and Wesley A. Earls is on deck.
Your
This is Mr. Stratton's case, it's set for a pretrial.
Honor, I understand the state's going to dismiss charges today.
Okay. All right, Ms. Wilson, I'm Judge Capper, and your lawyer's here, Mr. Stratton, and he's twisted the arm of the prosecutor to dismiss the case. So, is that correct, Mr. Hughes?
It is. Now, if you remember, Your Honor, this is a case that we were concerned about the circumstances and her health. I left thinking that she was going to get out, but apparently a bond was set. And the one thing that we are concerned about is that if she continues to have the issues that led her to go to jail, we don't want her to end up in the same situation that she was in before. We have...
Your Honor, may I interject here a little bit? Those are not the circumstances that she was pretending or hallucinating that this was her residence. He had her living there. I think that's confirmed from some of the family members that were either here or here last time they were here. I don't know if they're here today.
Yes.
Yeah, that she was staying there, and that while she was staying there, that's when she got a divorce.
Okay, now I remember the circumstances.
Yes.
While she was away, apparently there was a divorce order for her not to live there any longer.
Yeah.
She was not aware of that.
Right.
So, I'm going to release you, you're going to get released from jail, but, you know, I am concerned that you have a place to go. That's going to be the main issue now.
She was supposed to have been evaluated while she was incarcerated. Went to Iron Probate Court and they ordered it. I called to see how that went, and they're not allowed to tell me anything. I called the jail and I called the probate court, and they said they can't tell me anything, and come here today and I would find out.
Well, this is her mother, by the way.
I remember. You want to try to see if you can find out any? I don't have any information. Nobody's followed anything with me about her competency.
Well, nobody's found anything about competency. She has not been evaluated.
I did.
Do a mental health affidavit? Is that what
Yes,
you did?
and the judge had me take it over to the jail and for the sheriff. Have it done.
Okay, so we'd like to have this recalled. Maybe there's something else going on here that needs to
Okay.
influence
I'll
our
recall
decision.
this later in the night.
I'll contact her. Ma'am, did you go before the judge, the
Yes, I
lady?
did.
Okay. Who's the judge? Patricia Sanders. In probate court, right?
Probate court, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to.
So you can see.
Yes.
State of Ohio versus Wesley A. Earls at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 25163, CRB 25164. And Mary Morrison is on deck.
All right, this is Mr. Steyer's case. It's preliminary hearing and pre-trial today. And it's my understanding that Mr. Earls currently has a holder out of common pleas, so this is kind of academic here now, so.
For the moment, it is, Your Honor. He has a holder from common pleas court on a felony that is pending there currently. We are, so at this point, the state, I guess the state can put on a preliminary hearing if they wish to, or they can nolly this to the grand jury.
I'm confused when you say, what's the one is the one that out of, what's my felony charge? I'm confused.
Possession of a controlled substance, 5th-degree felony.
This is the one that I already had. I went through because I was in the program, and all because someone filed a charge against me, which I have yet to be able to defend myself against. I lost the program, and now they already went through the grand jury.
And that triggered a return to common pleas court.
Okay, so do I get to defend myself against those charges first before I use my program?
No, you don't. You don't. Those charges, you can't, those charges are pending before this court, separate from these charges. And
So why would I lose my program just because someone filed a charge when it seems like you set me up for failure?
I didn't set you up for anything, sir. I don't control that program. I don't have anything to do with that program. I got you into it.
You're the one that got me in the program.
Yes, I got them to look at you for the program, but I didn't get you into the program. I don't make that determination. The people running the program determine whether you get in, and they determine whether you're successful. The charges here.
I had a charge filed against me, which I don't even get to defend myself against. So literally, you don't have to do anything. Someone just has to file a charge against you. And when they file a charge against you, then your whole world falls apart. And that's exactly what's happened here. And I'm asking, why did you set me up for failure?
Sir, I didn't set you up for failure, sir. Your Honor,
Yeah.
Is that not what happened? Is that not what happened? That's what happened.
Okay, so do you want to keep this case here, or you want to nominate it to the grand jury? How do you want to?
Well, the one thing I don't know is, and I'll trust Mr. Stiers if he wants to tell me what's going on in the common police court as far as bond or holder or what's going on there.
my understanding is that there is a holder on him from common police court. He bonded out of jail on this court's charges on Monday of this week. They neglected to notice that he had a holder from common pleas and released him. Judge Finley actually issued a warrant for his release, a warrant for him because he was not in jail and had not posted bond in her case. However, prior to that warrant being executed, these charges arose and he was arrested on these charges. It is my understanding that common pleas I was told that they spoke to Corporal Bowles at the jail and said, hey, he's got a holder from common pleas, don't release him. If there's a jailer listening, I think a jailer could confirm for us what holders exist.
Maybe Mr. Major.
I don't know about the holders now, but what Mr. Stier was saying is correct. That was just what I was going to say, is that he was released and there was supposed to be a bond through common police court and it didn't get posted.
Okay.
Well, I would like to...
You want to research that a little bit?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll recall Mr. Earls after the state looks into the status of his having a warrant or not having a warrant or a holder from common pleas.
Thank you.
We'll recall it later.
State of Ohio versus Mary Morrison at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 25-171. Jason Scott Packett is on deck.
Can you do that? I'm gonna text Steve.
Okay, at the jail, you're going to need to unmute. There we go. Ma'am, are you Mary Morrison?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Morrison, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court, which is in Chesapeake. This is your what's called an arraignment hearing. It's your first hearing in court, and let me go over your rights with you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, but if you do make statements that are on the record, they can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney appointed for you if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail, to make the state prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things? You have to answer out loud.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The charge filed against you is an assault charge. It alleges that on March the 19th in Fayette Township, you caused or tried to cause physical harm to Tabitha Ross. That's an assault charge. It's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
How do you wish to plead to it?
Well, I'm not pleading not guilty because I did it.
Well, if you enter a guilty plea, you're admitting that you did assault Tabitha Ross. Do you understand that?
Well, yes, sir, I did. Given that over the school criminal life or any other rehab.
Okay, so I take it you got an OVP when this happened?
Yes, she assaulted a staff member.
Okay.
And Serenity was going to take me, Serenity Court was.
What's the state's position on sentencing?
Was she in OVP for this court?
No, she self-reported to OVP. I believe she's from West Virginia. She was just a short amount away from graduating our program, and then this incident happened, and she assaulted a staff member and got arrested for it. So we can't take her back to OVP, but I do believe she definitely needs treatment, just she can't return to OVP.
If someone else would take her into treatment, we would ask that that be made part of her disposition. I don't know.
All right, Ms. Morrison, what do you think about going to another treatment facility?
Yeah, I had one that was going to take me, Serenity Court in Williamson.
No, I don't know anything about them.
They're really good, sir. They take inmates out of jail and everything, and they keep you there. They report to your lawyer, the judge, everything.
Well, I'm not gonna do that because it's not somebody we work with, so.
Okay, just whoever you work with, I'll take it.
Okay, I'm gonna refer you to Bethesda.
Okay, I'll take it, sir.
Now, I've got a South Point address for you. Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Richwood, West Virginia. Do you need my address?
In Richwood?
Yes.
I've been to Richwood before, believe it or not.
On the banks of the Cherry River.
How long have you been away from Richwood?
I've been in and out of Serenity Court. They wasn't kind of helping me, so I tried something different with my own man, which was OVP. And then I ended up here.
Okay.
So
you're a little far from home.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see, there's a sign when you go, there was somebody that was in the Olympics or something that was from Richwood, and there was a sign as you go into town.
Yeah, he was a track and field guy, but not discus, but the shot put.
Okay.
A gold medal, 1968. What was his name, ma'am? Do you remember?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right, is there anything else you want to tell me, Ms. Morrison?
No, that's it. If I can get into Bethesda, I'll take it, or however it's called.
Bethesda.
Yes.
Okay, so on the assault, I'll make a finding of guilty on her plea of guilty.
Okay.
I'll impose a $150 fine, and I'll suspend $100 if you are successful in treatment.
Okay.
I'll order you to pay the court costs.
Well, I am homeless and unemployed.
That's going to be the goal, is eventually, once we get you clean, is get you a job too. That's important. So,
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I want.
that's down the road. That's down the road. We'll start working on getting you a job.
Yeah.
So. Is all your family in Richwood, or where do you have family?
I have some in Webster Springs. My mother.
I've been there too. I've been to Webster Springs. I bet Mr. Hill has.
On the banks of the Elk River.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to sentence you to 100 days in jail, but I'm going to suspend, well, how long have you been in jail now? A couple of days? I'll suspend 98, give you credit for 2 days you served. Order you to Bethesda for inpatient treatment. They're going to pick you up from the jail, take you there. They're really nice people. You got to do what they tell you to do, though, when they tell you to do it, how they tell you to do it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And if you feel mad at somebody, you need to go walk away and don't act out.
Okay.
No more fighting.
Yes, sir.
I'll order a review hearing for you in about a month, and you're going to come back before me, and I'm going to monitor how you're doing.
All right.
So let's set Let's see, what's a good date? April's getting busy already. Let's go into May. Maybe May 2nd. Yeah, May 2nd. So I'll see you May 2nd for the first hearing, unless, if you mess up, they may bring you back sooner. But as long as you do what you're supposed to do, I'll see you on May 2nd. for a reason. No.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Good
welcome.
luck, Mary.
Thank you.
So, Bethesda will pick you up this afternoon after we get all the paperwork processed.
State of Ohio versus Jason Scott Tackett at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number TRC 25353 A, B, and C, CRA 25128, CRD 25129 A, CRD 1742 A and B, CRD 152996.
Mr. Stiers' case.
Your Honor, we were in front of Judge Ballard on Wednesday regarding this matter. I have spoken to, all right, he is OR bonded on Judge Ballard's matter. I don't actually know what the status of a bond or lack of a bond on this matter is. We got an offer on, from the prosecutor at Common Pleas Court that if he were to plead guilty to the charges that are pending there, they would recommend community control sanctions with a star component. Mr. Tackett's agreeable to that. It was suggested at the time that we may be able to fold the cases that are pending in municipal court in with that, but obviously we haven't discussed that with you, and I haven't discussed that with Mr. Heald yet. But that may be a possibility if he's going to do star. I think that may be able to handle these cases. However, we can't do anything with him right now because he has a holder from the Adult Parole Authority connected to a requested extradition from Kentucky. The APA is in conversation with Kentucky. I've spoken to his parole officer, and I really was not given any response that made this situation any clearer to me. So at the moment, we are pretty much in stasis all around. I think he is still being held by this court's holder, which might be what's preventing him from going to Kentucky.
Well, I would lift it if he would go to Kentucky, but I don't want to lift it and he just walk out and there's not any plan for him to go to Kentucky.
Well, there's a plan for him to go to Star if we can get it, but Star won't take him while he has a Kentucky warrant.
I think we need to get Kentucky on board.
But Kentucky can't get him until the holders are lifted.
I think we need to decrease the number of courts involved, and I think that the first one would be this court. I believe he waived to the grand jury already.
He has misdemeanors pending.
Are they all related?
No, they're unrelated misdemeanors pending, I believe.
Yes.
Judge Capper.
Yes, sir.
In reference to the Kentucky, they've already advised they have a pre-signed waiver. They're just waiting for him to clear locals, to send him clear locals. We can contact Kentucky and have Kentucky pick him up.
He has charges pending in common pleas also.
Right.
Correct.
So I think that, and they do want to send him to Star, and they've taken these charges into account in that.
Yes, they said that, although obviously they can't make that offer without the court's, well, they can make the offer without the court's approval. We can't make a deal without the court's approval. And I don't think they were trying to step on Mr. Heald's toes either. They were just saying, hey, we're going to Star on this. Maybe that can handle everything. And I said, well, I think that would be a sort of result that this court would be looking for, because this court has a focus on treatment and on things of that nature, the sort of thing that we would get at Star. But none of this can be accomplished until he takes care of Kentucky, because Kentucky,
So you can't go to Star.
you can't go to Star with a warrant.
Okay.
But this is a felony OVI from February the 26th. all of the other charges that I have here, unless he has old charges, they're all from February 26th, so.
So they can all go.
Then they can all go, just not leave them to the grand jury. Well, he waived them to the grand jury
We're
already.
going to waive to the grand jury on the felonies and Nolly on the misdemeanors, and then they can try to get him to star, and try to work with Kentucky out of the common pleas.
I don't know if there's anything else. I thought there was some separate matter pending here that might be old cases.
He's got old cases that there are warrants on, but I can get him an OR on that.
Okay. Then, in that case, then if we give him an OR on the old cases and just send the other cases to the grand jury, we can deal with all this in Kentucky. Or, I'm sorry, not in Kentucky. We can do all this in common pleas once Kentucky's dealt with. And obviously, I'm gonna caution him that if he goes back to Kentucky and Kentucky lets him go, contact me as soon as possible. We'll get you back in front of Judge Ballard and we'll work this all out.
Can you get Kentucky to run this out with this story over here?
I'm not a Kentucky attorney, sir.
Okay.
I can't practice law in Kentucky. Now, you can certainly talk to whoever your attorney in Kentucky is about that. You can have your Kentucky attorney contact me. And I will talk to them and try to facilitate that, but I can't be the one to do it because I don't have a license in Kentucky.
Okay, so let's just, so we don't lose this and keep it fresh. Let's set his old cases for May 2nd.
Let me make sure I'm here May 2nd. I think I am. Well, I can be.
1742, 152996. Those are the only two.
And those will be set as pre-trials on review?
Pre-trial review, May 2nd, and he can have a $2,000 OR bond on those.
So, Mr. Tackett, if you get out of jail, if you're out of jail on May 2nd, you need to be in this courtroom.
Okay, so now, when I go to Kentucky, if I'm still in jail there, that means y'all can have a warrant over
If you're still in jail in Kentucky, if I find out you're still in jail in Kentucky, I'll let the court know that, and the court's liable to push it out. If you're in jail in Kentucky at that point, I would think we'd have a date that we'd expect you to get out, and we'll try to push it past that.
Then on case numbers 25, 128, 129, and the TRC 25-353, the felony is waived to the grand jury.
Yeah.
25, 128, the other two are knowledge to the grand jury.
I think he executed a waiver in the past, but just in case, due to the confusion of having come back a few times, I would say that if the court sends a waiver down, I would instruct him to execute that.
Okay.
25-353 is
Knowledge to the grand jury. As is 25, 129, that's also a misdemeanor.
Now, Mr. Tackett, as far as I'm aware, this now lifts all local holders, so Kentucky can come take you.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
We have some recalls in the Lawrence County Jail, but we're not ready for those yet.
Okay, so we're coming back here for hearings now.
State of Ohio recalls David A. Campbell, case number CRB 25-173.
Okay, this is a recall on whether there can be something worked out on getting Mr. Campbell some of his personal things.
Judge, I would advise, to quote, "It's a mess. We just have to recall it," so I defer to the state as to what they found out or not found out.
I don't know yet, so Jasmine, speak.
Your Honor, the phone number we had in the report, Mr. Campbell actually owns that phone, and I couldn't get a hold of her. It was like it was turned off, so I went and spoke to him. He said that he actually had it turned off because the phone, they are married, but it was in his name and he had it turned off. So then I told him that I can't get a hold of her if the phone's turned off. So apparently he had messaged, without me knowing, a friend of hers and was able to get a phone number where I could call her, and Josh gave it to me. I don't know if he was supposed to have done that or not, but I went ahead and called her. I did get a hold of her. She explains that he does have clothing and told me that he's a veteran She loves him, but he's got some severe mental health issues that need to be addressed, as well as drug issues, and was hoping to get him inpatient treatment. She wants a protection order until she knows that he's going to make effort to do it. But says that in his Explorer that she had put a bunch of clothing in it. She has gotten the Explorer back. I don't know how. She must have went and picked it up wherever it was parked at. And she said the clothes are missing. So he has clothing, but he doesn't have his motorcycle, doesn't have his car. And she says she's willing to deal with that in family court if it gets to that point where they are going to file for divorce. But she doesn't even know if they're going to do that at this point. It depends if he gets help. Personal belongings, she's not willing to do anything. She's claiming too that he has her wallet and purse. So both sides are not getting anywhere with me. So I don't think at this
Well, I suggest we
point.
just come back quickly and have.
Yes,
her
Judge,
be
I
here for that.
don't know what else to do. I am here March the 28th to 31st, and I have April
Let's just set it
availability.
for next week, next Friday, and ask her to be here for
28th?
that hearing.
Yes,
Your Honor.
28th.
And, Your Honor, given that information, and it may or may not be completely accurate, but if it means anything to Mr. Campbell,
10 o'clock.
if he's a veteran and he feels like maybe there are some issues that he needs to deal with, maybe he could start, go to the VA if he feels like.
I'm already seeing a therapist.
Okay, would want you to
Okay,
keep
well, there's a
doing
lot
that.
there's a lot of services available locally for veterans, and I would like the idea to avail yourself of those so that you can discuss that with Mr. Smith. Next hearing is going to be March 28th at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Friday here. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Cecil.
Am I good, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll talk to you. Yes, sir.
What's our next date, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
March 28th for pre-trial.
You ready? So we don't.
State of Ohio versus Mark Daniels, case number TRC 241469, A, B, and C, TRC 192674. Your Honor, this is in arraignment.
You're Mark Daniels?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Daniels, it's alleged that on July the 11th at 7:05 PM in Windsor Township, you were operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs, or a combination of those things, and that this would be your sixth lifetime and second within the last 10 years. So if it's a second offense, the maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,625 fine, 5-year license suspension. The minimum penalty is 10 days in jail, $525 fine, and a 1-year license suspension. And if the vehicle's titled to you, then it's required to be impounded for 90 days on a second offense. You're also charged, the minimum penalty, I don't think I told you the minimum. The minimum is 10 days in jail, 1-year license suspension on a second offense. The state's alleging you were driving with a suspended license. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. That you failed to control your vehicle, that's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. Those are the charges. Do you understand the charges,
Yes.
sir? Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
Then you've got an old case, 19-2674. It's alleged that you missed a review hearing back in August of 2020. And a warrant's been outstanding on that since then.
Yes. What I'm trying to say, the last charges, I haven't even, yes, sir, I have not seen one ticket.
Okay. I'm going to appoint Mr. Steyer to represent you. On both matters, I'm entering a not guilty plea. So, did you post the bond, or did you just come in on your own?
Bill Mullins, sir.
You can sign a $2,000 signature
You can sign
bond.
this form right over here.
Not guilty plea is entered. Setting the pre-trials in April.
I'm here 4th, 7th, 11th, 14th. So wherever's a good day for the court. Not here the 18th,
I don't think there's a test.
not here the 25th or 28th.
It doesn't look like there was a test.
Yes.
Let's set it for the 7th, April 7th. It's a Monday.
All right, thank you.
April 7th for pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Your card?
I'll come out and talk to you. Please don't leave till I talk to you. Just wait for me in the lobby. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Adria Price, case number CRB 2557, CRB 24693.
Mr. Smith's case set for pre-trial.
It is, Judge. I spoke with my client. It was previously requested that she have an evaluation done. That was set up. She did not do that evaluation. She's indicated to me that she feels it's not necessary. I think the state at this point is going to file a motion to require the evaluation be done.
The thought occurred to me, Your Honor, that perhaps if she were confined a little bit more, she might be more cooperative in order to become unconfined. So we'd ask that her bond be revoked at this point, have her sit in jail until she can be evaluated.
Well, I don't know if she's not being cooperative. She just doesn't, you don't feel you need it. Is that a fair
Yeah,
statement?
that's correct, and I can email my medical records.
Okay.
Well, the court did order an evaluation, and I have a letter from Southern Ohio Forensic, and they detail the efforts they've made to try to set up the evaluation with her, and she's not cooperative. So, I mean, why don't we do this? What I'd prefer her cooperate. If she doesn't, then I'm going to be forced to place her in custody until the evaluation can be done. If you want to speak with her.
Could I do that, Judge, and have it recalled?
We'll recall. And if you want to see the letter, it's in the court's file.
Thank you, Judge.
And also, Your Honor, I would like to state so that Ms. Price understands that we believe that it's possible for the court, upon receiving sufficient evidence of incompetency, to make a ruling without the professional evaluation. It is possible to do that.
That was the motion.
We would go that far to make it happen. It's probably better for her, at least if I were in her shoes, I'd say, okay, I'll go ahead and be evaluated, rather than have to drag through a court proceeding where everything that we believe is brought out from the court's consideration.
Okay,
Right,
discuss that in the recall.
They're recording, so I'll talk to you out in the hall lobby. I'll see you in a few minutes.
State of Ohio recalls Michelle Wilson at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 25158, Wesley Earls. Okay, this is Mr. Stratton's case.
Sorry, Your Honor. We don't have an answer from probate on this matter, so if we can schedule this for Monday.
She got to remain in custody then, or?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay. At least she's got a place to stay. I'll reschedule this, keep the bond in effect, reschedule for Monday, March 24th for pretrial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. And he's going to find out.
State of Ohio recalls Wesley A. Earls at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 25163, CRB 25164. Mr. Steiner's case.
The state was going to research the status of the various cases and the holders, so forth, as to whether we need this case.
He does have a holder from common police court. That's the last thing I heard.
Yes, he has a holder from common police court. The other matter in this case, this court, he's bonded out on, is my understanding, with a cash bond paid to this clerk.
Correct.
But he does have a holder. It's an OR bond with a requirement that it be released only to a qualified inpatient treatment provider. That's been issued by common pleas, so that is holding him at the moment. This obviously,
Under the OVP, can somebody contact OVP? That's where my doctors and my medicine are. Can somebody contact OVP and see if they can come and get me? I paid the $5,000, and they said that I should have been put on an ankle wire and sent the treatment, but I don't think my doctors know what's taking place. Can someone call OVP, please, to see if they can come and get me, since I've already given the bond?
OVP is here today, so we've got a representative. I don't know if they're...
Can OVP help me, please? Because you guys are the only ones that, there she is. Can you please help me, Mayor? I don't have my medicine, I don't have my doctors. I paid the bond, and I'm trying to get down to South Point to get to the inpatient at least. Can you please help me? Because you know I listen to you, you know I do what I'm told. Can you guys please have a bed for me, please? I need you, Brianna. Brianna, please help me. I'm losing my mind in this jail, please. My Tourette's and my Asperger's, please. I need you. Please, Brianna.
all right, they can do an assessment for you, Mr. Earls. That is going to have to be taken up through the common pleas court, because the common pleas court is the bond that is holding you right now. You posted this court's bond on the misdemeanors. Now, there's a new case that is pending. No bond has been set on that, but my understanding is, I believe the state is intending to nolly the new charges to the grand jury, in which case whatever bond is set will travel with it. And I would ask that if that happens, that the bond to be set be an OR bond with a requirement for treatment.
Does the state agree with that?
Yes, I'm looking back at our
Few days.
Luke and I had a conversation with somebody from common police court
Tuesday
earlier.
or Wednesday, I believe.
I don't know if he'll qualify, but.
Says common pleas wants him to have GPS and treatment as part of the bond.
I think those terms are already in place through the other bond, but out of an abundance of caution, just set these at the same terms.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I had set a cash for surety. I'll change it to a $1,500 OR bond with requirement of GPS and treatment at OVP in conjunction with common pleas.
I would ask that you not specify OVP necessarily, because
Please, OVP, please.
Well,
I'm not saying for him not to allow you to go to OVP. I'm saying for him not to require that it be OVP, because if OVP finds a different placement for you, I don't want this bond to stop you from doing that. So you'll still be able to go anywhere that can take you and that the common police court allows you to go, but if this says OVP specifically, then this will stop you from doing anything else.
So I'll say for any treatment program approved by common pleas.
Thank you.
Now, is this going to be a waiver to the grand jury too?
I don't feel like I'm in a position that I can waive on his behalf. I think there may be competency issues here. He's already got a competency evaluation scheduled that hasn't taken place. So I don't feel that I can do that on his behalf. But if you nolly the case of the grand jury, they can accomplish the same thing.
Well, I mean,
If we did that, then we don't have to worry.
But if we do that, then the bond's a moot point anyway, yes, actually.
that's fine, let's do that.
Okay, case here is nollied, so the common pleas Mr. Earls is controlling your, whether you get to go or not. It's my understanding they're agreeable to you going to treatment. OVP's gonna do the assessment, and then Common Pleas will have to agree that he goes to OVP.
Correct. And just to be clear, Your Honor, we are back here on Mr. Earl's other case on April 4th.
Okay.
And so if
One
he's,
posted the $5,000 bond.
correct, and that is currently set for April 4th. If he's out, the provider will need to bring him. If he's not in a provider, I think at this point he's gonna be in the jail. He'll just appear by video.
Okay, so the ball is in Common Pleas Court to decide if you can go to OVP, but they're gonna assess you, and then they'll need to get Judge Finley's approval for him to go there.
Well, that can be done through the,
Probation.
through probation department. Dustin Owens is who's
Okay.
working directly with Mr. Earls.
Now, what else is pending here?
Misdemeanors.
The new charges are, well, one of them's a felony for the turning off of the utilities.
Well, that's what we're nominating.
There's another set of misdemeanors pending here that predate these charges.
Right.
I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but I think it's an aggravated menacing involving a neighbor.
It's a neighbor.
But it's all misdemeanors.
Okay.
And that's set for April the 4th.
Okay, so I think we're clear. The new charges are nollied to the grand jury. We'll come back on April 4th on the old charges.
Correct.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank you,
finish
Your
the
Honor.
jail, Your Honor.
Okay, that finishes up at the jail.
State of Ohio versus Justin Holly, here in court, case number CRB 24615.
Justin, all right.
Yeah.
It's Mr. McCown's case, set for pre-trial.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yeah, barely, but it still is.
We'll get there. Judge, while he's doing that, can I approach on another?
Yes.
So put Fran's address, if worst case, that she's still homeless.
Do you have one collected, so you know what they are? Yes, but you gotta get them, so we can.
Well, she said she's still homeless. How she knew that was referred to.
May we approach her?
Yes.
You're gonna have to just like her friend. Okay. No, that's why she. Okay. She's the one. Oh, branches, yes.
All that's not there. And it's the email that just happened to be out. But her name, she doesn't know if anything wrong with her. It was kind of like a temporary thing and stuff.
So we do have to send it there.
That's the only, she's the only person I trust. Okay, good. What's her name?
Now, the miss work, you're going to have to do like the crime victims. I told you, you can't do false wages. You have to get online and do through the state that I have you test that. Yes, yes, yeah.
You'll upload your documents and type in your information there.
I think she sent it to you. I think she sent it to you.
All right, this is then the defendant's request to continue to April the 11th.
Yes, Your Honor.
For another pretrial at 10 o'clock.
There, okay.
State of Ohio versus Timothy Howard, case number TRC 24-2216, A and B.
Mr. McCown's case pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor. Police Court, do you have the certificate of completion? Your Honor, it's my understanding based upon the prior agreement, upon the completion of this, the state is going to move to amend this to a reckless, two-point reckless. There was a speed in there that is set at the wrong speed. They'd indicated 55 and a 35. That's actually a 45 mile an hour zone that he pulled it over in. So.
Mr. Hill.
Who is this?
Timothy Howard.
As with the speed, we agree with Mr. McCown that it was supposed to be 55 and 45 instead of 35. And we see here that he's completed the 3-day driving school, and we had made that agreement previously. And that was based on some evidentiary issues that we discussed with the court in a previous hearing.
So you want to dismiss the speed then, or?
Amend it to 10 miles an hour over.
Okay.
No objection, Your Honor.
This mine.
All right, so on the speed, I'll impose a $20 fine. Well, I should ask Mr. Howard, do you have anything you want to say, sir, before I impose something?
No.
$20 fine on the speed offense, and you can amend it to 45 and 35.
I think it was 55 and a 45, Your Honor. Yes.
55 and 45, okay.
Yes.
And then reckless operation was the...
That is correct, 2-point reckless, Your Honor.
45, 11, 20. You can change that to 2. I'll post $150 fine on that. Can you pay the fine cost today? No probation then. We'll pay today. You'll need to see the clerk.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Stephanie M. Schaefer, case number TRC 45-379, A, B, C, and D.
Mr. McCown, you're representing Ms. Schaefer?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have filed for discovery in this matter. They have provided, the state's provided me with a copy of all their documentary evidence. We're still waiting on the video from the patrol on that. So if we could come back on the 11th, we should have everything by then that we can make.
Can we get a driver's license back?
No, we went down there and they said that that's not how it works, that they've already mailed it to Columbus. So I still don't have an ID and I didn't want to get one because I didn't know.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. Talk to Mr. McCown about that. Next hearing will be April the 11th for pretrial 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, we have driving privileges in the interim, limited driving privileges.
If the state agrees to it, I'll sign an entry to that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I'm going to make an effort to get to the bottom of why it's changed, why they've suddenly taken, this is the only one that I know of that's happened.
Yeah, they used to regularly seize them and turn them in with the citation, and then that stopped several years ago. So I don't know why they're apparently started mailing them to the DMV or sending them to the DMV somehow. I don't know why.
I can't answer
whether you have it in your hand or not.
I have my suspicions, but I don't think they'd like me to utter those, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
April 11th, so next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Michael Nemeth, case number TRC 2516 A and B.
This is Mr. McCown's case. It's my understanding after your task went in for analysis, it came back clean, so the state's willing just to dismiss this.
That is my understanding, Your Honor.
I have entry approved by Mr. Hill, so I'll approve the entry.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Vicky L. Price, case number CRB 24493, CRB 24451, CRB 24470.
Mr. Steyer's case, Mr. Price, I believe it's still Appalachian.
As far as I'm aware, she remains there. I would think we're probably coming upon the point where we're going to say where the 60 days are going to elapse. Really nothing we can do until either we get word back the competency's been restored, or 60 days have elapsed and it hasn't been restored. So I'm not 100% certain when she went into their care. I'm not sure if that was addressed in the letter regarding the medication issue that arose a few weeks ago.
I was going to look through the file and see if there's any indication. I believe it would have been around February 4th, February 5th. There was an entry, it was February 6th, actually. She was transported on February 6th.
So March 8th makes 30 days and April 7th makes 60 days. So,
You want to come back on April 7th?
I suggest we set it on April 7th, and if she's not been restored at that point, I believe that the court loses jurisdiction.
I understand what Mr. Steyer is saying, but I think that the procedure as to how that all unfolds is not exactly that way, where they just let her go that day.
Well, I think that the state may have options to say, oh, she's not going to be restored in 60 days, I'm going to take these other options.
Well, I think one of the things they're going to do is they're going to understand what the deadline is, and they're going to issue some sort of a statement to the court saying whether she's restorable or not restorable and what happens next. I would suggest that well before we get to that date, that we would maybe have a conference call with the representative, Mary Beth Holler from ABH, to find out where it goes from here.
You want to do it on the 4th then, instead of the 7th?
We can do that.
That's 2 weeks, it's only 2 weeks away.
I'd even do it next week, for that matter, just to be safe.
March 28th?
I'm available.
Okay, let's change, we'll put it for March 28th pre-trial, it'll be more of a status conference.
State of Ohio versus Jason Taylor II, case number CRD 2524, A, B, and C.
Mr. Steyer's case, pre-trial.
Your Honor, I have a report here from Lawrence County Recovery. I'm going to send that forward, give a copy to Mr. Heald. And it's my understanding the state was going to subpoena the alleged victim, and I believe the alleged victim is here.
Yeah, he's right there.
I don't know.
He's right there.
But I don't know which guy you're talking
Right here in the great circle, I'm sorry.
about. All right.
You want to step up to the prosecution?
Sorry, you're just my people right there.
So he's still strong. So Charles is present. Charles is present.
Adam Bryant.
So the other victim's not present.
So, what do you think we need to do here? Do you think we should, he's in treatment, and it doesn't need to So I think we should put those in, put pressure on him, finish his treatment. And then if he's good with the treatment, then we can dismiss it. Okay.
What is your phone number, sir?
740-3723.
Now, we haven't heard from Adam. Do you know him?
Yeah, I can give you his number too.
Yeah, let's do that. So, Your Honor, we have Charles Stewart here, who's the alleged victim of the assault, and he wants to see Mr. Taylor finish with his treatment, which we're happy that he's doing. We haven't heard from Adam
He probably
Bryant.
has some restitution too, doesn't he? Wasn't there, I don't know if it was his property damaged, I think it was a vehicle or something that was damaged.
Yes, so we don't know about him yet, but we do know from Mr. Stewart that he just wants Mr. Taylor to just finish his treatment.
He had a criminal damage too. He's got this.
Oh, you have a criminal damage too? Yeah, did he damage something of yours?
It was through the car.
Do you have damages?
I definitely will pay back any damage.
Hang on.
Will you get us?
No, don't say anything. What you say confuses against what I say. It's better if I'm the one that talks.
So he has restitution that might be due also, so he's going to get us some proof of that, and then we will make sure we get a hold of the other fellow that's the alleged victim also. And what we're hoping is that this can end up with these charges actually getting dismissed at the end, but it's going to require Mr. Taylor to finish his treatment, and then we'll talk about what the restitution is going to be.
So with that in mind, then, Your Honor, I'm going to ask the state what they think a good timeline is to come back with maybe a restitution number.
I don't know, how long do you think it'll take you to get us some information about your damages? Okay, we can have them as early as today, but.
Well, apparently the other person, I think it was the owner of the apartment, that, where there was windows knocked out of the apartment, right?
Yeah, so we still need to contact and make sure, we didn't have a number for him either. So-
Let's go out a few weeks then, so that maybe the contact can be made, and hopefully when we come back, we have an idea where the restitution situation is going to land.
Will this gentleman need to be here for that then, or?
This gentleman?
Yes.
I don't have take any position on that. I think as long as he gets the information, that's fine.
All right.
And just make sure you get us that. You can come, obviously.
Yeah, it's
but,
always open to the public. 21st of April?
I'm actually on the docket, so that day works just fine, Your Honor. Is Monday or Friday better for you? Does that matter to your job?
Yeah, I mean, I just started a new job, so it's gonna be,
You just figure it out.
they'll let me off then.
Yeah, okay.
April 21st will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you. 10 o'clock.
What's the next one?
So my understanding is.
April 21st.
If you want to stick around, I can talk to you when we're not on the microphone.
Thank you.
Okay, well, you got my number.
Yeah, I got your
Text me, we'll talk on the phone. I don't want to talk on the microphone.
State of Ohio versus Paul Brackett, case number CRB 2577.
Mr. Smith's case set for pre-trial.
It is just, I've been informed that he wishes to dismiss without prejudice with the right to refile if it would be in the future.
Is that correct, Mr. Shield?
Yes, Your Honor, we had the inability to locate the alleged victim.
Okay, due to non-cooperation of the victim, case is dismissed with the right to refile. There's a good reason for not cooperating.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Buddy Malone Jr., case number CRB 25155, CRA 25133, CRB 2480, A and B. Buddy Malone.
Your Honor, he telephoned my office. He says he unexpectedly got called out of work. He's coming in this weekend. If Monday's not too busy, I'd ask we continue it to Monday. I don't know the state's position if they want a warrant, but he told my secretary he's coming home this week and he can't be here Monday morning.
We're okay with the continuance till Monday.
Thank you.
At the finished request, case is continued to March 24th for preliminary hearings and return.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Shauna Short, case number CRB 2582.
Smith's case, pre-trial.
It is, Judge. Mr. Hill, because there was alcohol involved, asked if she'd be willing to have an assessment done. She has an Ohio medical card. She's willing to do that and come back at some point and see where we stand with the hopes that if she needs treatment, that it could be dismissed later on. But that's the plan going forward if the court's agreeable with that.
Okay. She, have a place cooked out where
She does not, Judge. I told there's treatment providers here that appears to be an alcohol situation.
Well, OVP is in Proctorville, so that's probably the closest one to
Yes,
your
sir.
residence. Ms. DeMint is sitting at the back door. If you want to talk to her, try to get something set up.
Recall, Judge.
She's from OVP. I can just go ahead and get another date. but
Sure, that's fine.
Set up in the meantime and come back.
Perfect.
When are you available in April?
Judge, I'm here next week, the 28th or 31st of this month, then in April, 7, 11, or 18.
Let's do the 11th, April 11th. All right, ma'am, see Ms. DeMint before you leave.
What time?
At 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Thank you so much.
She's back. She's sitting behind Keith in the blue sweater.
State of Ohio versus Jordan D. Wolf, case number CRB 25123.
Morford's case for pre-trial.
Yes, just the normal.
Well, I think you should. You don't want him to be convicted of this. And you think you need to see the evidence against him. 1 week, okay, for continuance. I'll talk to you outside. Judge, could we have 1 week so she can come in and watch the video?
28th,
Yes, Your Honor.
March 28th?
No, Judge, that's not a good day for me.
Okay.
I've got a Emmaus walk to.
April 11th,
That's good.
then request to continue to April 11th for pre-trial. 10 o'clock.
We're going to need a time waiver.
No way. Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Tanya M. Hardy, case number CRB 24206. It's Mr. Morford's case also. Tanya Hardy.
I believe this was post-conviction, motion to drop the protection order. This must be Natasha Clark.
Yes, sir.
So you're asking the court to drop the restraining order, protection order that was issued for Tanya Hardy to stay away from you?
Yes, sir.
Is that right? No one's forced you to do that?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss the protection order at your request.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Casey M. Drake, case number CRB 2592A and B, CRA 2591.
Thank you.
So this, I think you must have told me that you were going to hire your own lawyer?
Yeah, but I haven't been able to.
So you're asking now for court-appointed counsel?
Yeah.
What's your income? Do you have
Yeah,
a
you told me
job?
before, yeah, I'm a nurse. I make $40 an hour. You told me before I wouldn't be eligible for one, but I missed the week of work when this whole thing happened, and so I just haven't been able to pay for one.
Okay. But you're back, are you back to work now?
Yeah, yeah.
So can you hire a lawyer if I give you more time?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So you're just asking for more time to get a lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay. How much time do you think you need to get a lawyer hired?
Probably if you do 3 weeks, that'd be good.
As long as you wait time, I think the state would agree to it.
Yes, and actually, while we're here, I would also like to maybe state some things that maybe would help Ms. Great going forward. And we've become aware of her circumstances through, I don't know who contacted Mr. Anderson about her case, but felt that she was deserving of a little bit of consideration as far as at least the felony charge here because of someone who's very close to her and understands her background and whatnot. If she felt, and I'm not suggesting that she shouldn't have a lawyer, you probably should have a lawyer, but if you were to attend to maybe have evaluations for mental health counseling, or if there's substance abuse issues or anything like that, somebody that maybe you could talk to that might help relieve some of the stresses in your life, things of that nature. I don't know if that's something you feel is necessary, but that was suggested that could be helpful to you.
I don't believe I need mental health counseling. I think I just single mom of 3 kids and an ER nurse, so I just juggle a lot. And at the time of the event, I just panicked, and because my kids were getting off the bus and no one was there to get them. And
all right. Well, anyway, that was what was told to us, but we're okay with the continuance as long as there's a agreement to waive the time.
Okay. At your request, ma'am, then I'm going to give you more time to make arrangements to get a lawyer.
okay, thank you, sir.
You'll need to sign, there'll be a time waiver document you're going to sign, but you have a right to have the case brought to a hearing in a certain time frame, and by requesting continuance, you're waiving at least for the time you requested a hearing. Continuance. You understand that? So that would be the 11th, April the 11th would be 3 weeks. The preliminary hearing and pre-trial at that time. So you should be back here then unless your lawyer tells you they made arrangements for a different date.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right.
You need to sign.
You need to sign a waiver of time.
State of Ohio versus Russell W. Moore, case number TRC 25334, A, B, and C. Russell Moore.
Russell Moore set for pretrial today. He had told the court previously he's going to hire a lawyer. Nobody's entered an appearance for him, and he's not here today. So since it's the initial, he had failed to appear at the initial arraignment too. So I'm going to go ahead and issue capias back to the OST since he's failed to appear today.
State of Ohio recalls Andrea Price, case number CRB 2557, CRB 24693.
All right, this is Mr. Smith's case. The issue is for competency evaluation. That was going to be discussed between Ms. Price and Mr. Smith.
Correct, Judge. We did discuss it. She's indicated to me it's not an unwillingness to have the evaluation. There's been some miscommunication. I was in the lobby when she attempted to call the facility. She got their voicemail. If we could come back in 10 days, she assures me that she will cooperate and do that. Is that correct?
That is correct, and if I have to go to PATH or another place, I could.
I'm not sure PATH does competency. I know they do mental health, but I don't think they do evaluation. Let's stick with
it. They call you, and you need to take their call, and if they leave a message, then you need to call them back. Because otherwise, here's what's going to happen. If you're non-cooperative, I'm going to put you in custody, because then they can come to the jail and do the evaluation. So it would behoove you to cooperate, get it done when you're not in custody.
Right.
Judge, we anticipate it'll be next week, but if we could use the 28th, just that's 10 days just to be safe, instead of next Friday.
I was thinking of making it 2 weeks.
Or no, even better. I just don't want
Are
to.
you available on the 4th?
The 4th, I am not. I'm the 7th. 7th I am.
Let's come back on the 7th. I'll change it to the 7th. I had said
And
set
she-
for pretrial on April 7th.
Yeah, so she's got their phone number on her phone, so she recognizes the number now. If they call, she will answer. Correct?
That is correct.
Might it be a good idea if someone assisted her in making sure the appointment gets made and the date and when and where it's going to take place?
I don't know who that would be. It's not me.
Probably you.
Well, if I could request, if you would call.
Oh, yes.
And leave a message with them also.
To just include me in? Sure.
So they can contact you if she's not cooperating.
I thought he wanted me to call first. Yeah, I have no problem with that. That's fine. Sure, I'll do that. Yeah, set it up through me because I don't know her schedule.
I would definitely do it if I could.
I know what you meant now. I thought,
At 10?
yes. Yeah, I just don't know her schedule, but I'll reach out to the facility. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
State of Ohio versus Stephen E. McGinnis, case number CRA 24-808, CRA 24-810,
Business card for my,
CRC 24-2570, A and B.
This is Mr. Smith's case, also in your hearing and pretrial.
How you doing? I'm good, how are you? Good, more importantly, what does your report say? Yeah, it's doing good. I'm in transition. Move to supervision, yes. That's doing great. Good, thank you.
Okay, report, very good.
Yes, Your Honor, he's doing great.
Here.
Yeah, there was. Well, it was, we just got them back. You see the screenshot? Okay. Yeah, Judge, we did, this is a situation, we did get drug test results back I think in January, this is a December arrest. This week, we just got the OVI results back, the testing. I just saw them, it's not the state's fault, they just got them as well, sent me a screenshot. I do need to discuss that with him, so I don't know what day we're going to come back. I'm assuming we're coming back. But I just want to lodge on the record, I do have the discovery complete now, to my knowledge. Yeah, I did that with you.
Want to do that, April 11th day?
Yeah, I can do that.
And we're going to want at that time a decision, and we'll just take it to the grand jury if we don't have the OVI result. We don't want to do it that way, but we would.
I anticipate a plea, but obviously I need just not getting the results after talk to him, but I don't think it's going to be an issue, I really.
All right,
I
next
don't.
hearing will be April the 11th, 10 o'clock, and there's a time waiver, there's no.
Yes, Judge, we waive time, yes. We'll do that next time. Thank you,
State of
Judge.
Ohio versus Tony L. Wilson II, case number CRA 25-82.
Mr. Smith's case, preliminary.
I know we don't have to dismiss it, but you know how it works. Yeah, I'm sure it's just. He dismisses the West Grove. No, keep your bond transfer. That makes sense to me. If you don't wait, he's going to dismiss it and say it's not possible. Make sure you understand that. Make sure you put it back in his word. He's going to sign a waiver, Phil, instead of just transfer the bond. Judge, I've spoken with Mr. Heald. The intention of the state is to take just the grand jury instead of dismissal. My client would sign a waiver and ask his bond to be transferred to common pleas court.
Okay. You understand, Mr. Wilson, your lawyer saying you're agreeing to waive a hearing for me to decide if there's enough evidence to send it to the grand jury. You're saying I'll waive that hearing, and in exchange you get to keep your bond in effect. Now, one thing I need to tell you is that if I were you, I would check really closely with the common police court as to when you get indicted, because sometimes you get indicted and you don't know it, and they can't get you in there, they issue a warrant for you, and then you wind up losing your bond and getting arrested again and have to post a new bond. So you've got the best bond you can possibly get, you've got a signature bond. So if I were you, I would go on the clerk's website every week and check to see if I've been indicted. Once I've seen the indictment, I would make sure I got down there and said, here I am, I'm here voluntarily, don't issue a warrant for me, because that happens to people. So it's kind of on you to make sure you get there.
Thank you. We'll make sure he gets in to court when he's supposed to.
Okay, case is waived to the grand jury.
That approach, Your Honor?
Yes. Yeah, that's all.
State of Ohio versus Misty Blackburn, case number CRA 24812.
Mr. Steyer's case at the preliminary hearing.
Your Honor, Ms. Blackburn is in treatment with Bethesda.
She's doing well and compliant with all services.
Thank you.
I would anticipate then that the state would want to come back.
And did she take care of, I see there was something in here, maybe that was on this charge.
That was on this charge. She was arrested in Franklin County on a Rule 4 from this court.
Okay.
And that's the paperwork that's in the court. It's filed.
All right.
That's showing that they had gotten her and that she bonded out.
So we could come back, maybe a month out.
Yeah, about a month out would be good, Your Honor. Does Monday or Friday matter to you?
No.
Okay.
April 21st?
April 21st would be fine, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you,
Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Lindsay M. Primal, case number CRA 25141A, PRC 25386, ABC.
Mr. Steyer's case, preliminary hearing and pretrial.
Your Honor, the state has indicated that in exchange for a plea of guilty to the OVI that is pending, that would be the TRC 25-386, A, B, and C. There's a speed offense, an OVI, and a driving in marked lanes, that in exchange for a plea to those charges, that they would be willing to dismiss the CRA case, which is, there is improper handling, and there is, well, actually, it's the same, I think it's the same thing got filed twice. It got filed once, isn't it? Well, actually, I think it just got filed twice. I think it is, I'm gonna look, but it,
Looks like it's the same description that was done.
Oh, maybe it's for two different reasons.
I think one might have been dismissed actually, but it would, I don't know which, if either was dismissed, but that's a moot point if we dismiss the two. And the state has indicated that they would be agreeable to returning the firearm to Ms. Lionel. So we're willing to do that if the court will accept the recommendation, and we would enter a guilty plea to all the traffic charges. We're going to seek its proof of insurance was shown at the time of the incident, and Ms. Plymel has proof of insurance on her phone currently, and we're going to ask for driving privileges she's attained due employment. So we would ask for employment, a 3-day school, and community service. She is a resident of West Virginia and is employed in Kentucky, so I have warned her that the driving privileges letter from this court may or may not be effective, but I think it's better to have that than not to.
Okay. And you work at the prison?
No, sir, I did work at the prison at Lucasville, sir. I guess that the trooper called and said that I tried to use my position there, and they let me go.
So you were working there?
She was employed there when it occurred. She's not there now. She's gone to a different employer.
I just literally got hired today, sir.
I'm sorry, you got hired in a new job now, or?
Just today, yes, they offered me today, yes, sir.
Where's that going to be?
It's going to be security through FEMA in Inez, Kentucky.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hill?
Well, and Your Honor, the reason why we wanted to agree to return the weapon to her is because we understand it. She was actually, I guess, on her way home from work. She had her sidearm with her, and then she stopped off with friends or something like that. And it's unfortunate, but I'm glad she's found a new job. But we don't believe under the circumstances that we need to take the gun or try to pursue that charge against her.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. You can check the violation date on this one. And also, the information about the gun.
The description.
Well, it says March 4th, is that wrong?
This is April 4th.
Oh, okay. In the computer. Well, the citation says March 4th, they just got entered wrong then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all April 4th, and even the, I'm sorry, all March 4th, even the, obviously it can't have been April 4th. I see what you're saying now.
Okay, so, well, that just must have been a dated entry error because the complaint and everything has the right date on it, March 4th, so we'll just have to fix that. We don't need a motion or anything.
I'm allowed to change that.
Huh?
I'm allowed to change that.
Yeah, just go ahead and change it to March 4th. Okay. Are you related to the Plymels in Wayne County?
Some of them, sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, one of them was the prosecuting attorney out there for years and years.
Yes, sir.
Related to him?
I don't believe so, no, sir.
Okay. And you had, a member of the Senate from, I think it was his brother. Okay, you have a right to make a statement to me if you want. Do you have anything you want to say?
I apologize, I knew better. I've been in law enforcement in Georgia, also up here. I knew better than to do what I did. I've definitely learned my lesson. There's no excuse for it. I'm embarrassed by my actions. I'm embarrassed and ashamed at what I've done with my family, and also to the badge. I apologize, sir.
Okay, thank you. And sometimes you make a mistake and it's not that hard to recover from. Maybe this will be one of those, but it sounds like you lost a pretty good job over it. So, and that's understandable. It's a serious offense. Okay, I'll allow the dismissal of the gun charges with order of return of the weapon to her. Do you need the description, or you got it?
I have it now.
Okay. So you'll have to take the order to this State Highway Patrol post to get I assume that's where it's located now. The gun returned to you. and you refuse to take tests, so that's not good. I'm gonna give you an $800 fine since you've entered a guilty plea. Usually my usual policy is a $1,000 fine if you refuse to take tests, so I'll give you a little bit of a break. So $800 fine.
Thank you, sir.
Or you to pay the court costs, get a 6-month license suspension.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you driving privilege. Well, here's the way this works. Explain it. If you want limited driving privileges, I can give you that without any restriction, other than you have to have, keep insurance on the vehicle. I can give you unlimited driving privileges. Well, I'm not sure I can since you refused. I think you gotta have, it has to be alcohol related, so I can't say if it was alcohol related or not. Was there?
I think that's the allegations.
Yeah,
Well, it looks like it was there was odor of alcohol. That's
right.
Okay, so I feel like I can give you unlimited driving privileges, but here's what you gotta do.
Yes, sir.
You gotta place the blow and go device on your vehicle before you.
Absolutely. Whatever
wanna
you say,
do
sir.
that?
Well, you understand that what he's saying to you is you can get limited privileges allowed to drive for work, community service, and the 3-day school, and you don't have to get a blow and go installed, or you can get a blow and go installed, and then you get unlimited driving privileges. But my understanding, and he probably knows more better than I do, is that it's a couple $1,000s.
I have to pay for it?
You have to pay for it.
Oh, no.
Right, so limited is
I'll do
probably.
limited. I'll do limited, sir.
Yeah, I think limited is probably the better choice here,
Yeah,
Your
I'll
Honor.
do
All right,
limited.
to give you limited driving privileges for community service, the 3-day school, work, what else? You got kids?
Yes, sir.
How old?
Oh, he's 21.
Oh,
No,
okay,
he can
well,
do his
you don't have
own.
to worry, you don't have to drive him.
Yeah, he can do so, yeah.
Okay, so that'll be it. So you get that from your probation officer. You have to go to the 3-day school, and West Virginia's gonna require it too, so it'll knock out what they're gonna.
She's not
require.
licensed in West Virginia. Your
I'm
Honor.
licensed in Georgia, sir.
Well, you need to get licensed in West Virginia.
I plan, well, my goal is I moved back up here. Got the job at the prison. I was saving up. I'm moving back to Georgia, back down to corrections in Georgia. That was my goal. So I wasn't planning to stay here.
Well, I don't know what Georgia requires, but they're gonna know that
Yes,
all the
sir.
states share information.
Yeah.
So they're gonna know that you got this conviction.
Yeah.
It's up to them. Like West Virginia requires that you go.
Yes, sir.
Do this school, and they'll accept the Ohio school. I don't know what Georgia's requires.
Right.
You'll have to comply with that. You're supposed to change, once you move,
I've only
you're
been.
living there indefinitely, you're supposed to change your driver's license then.
Yes, sir.
On the speed offense, $50 fine. And then on the lane violation, $20 fine. You've got, okay, the 3-day school, you have to do that or I have to get you jailed.
Yes, sir.
You can go, there's a program here, they all have different prices though, so you can shop around. If you wanna go to Cincinnati, Cleveland, it doesn't matter. It's gotta be an Ohio approved program. As far as I know, they're all in Ohio. I don't know that they approve any programs that are out of state. But you've gotta do that.
There's a website that lists all the approved programs. If you search for Ohio DIP schools, I think it's a BMV website that says here all the.
Here are the ones you can go to.
Yeah.
That are approved.
Or online.
Now, if you go to the one here, I know they'll file the paperwork here to show you completed. If you decide, well, I'm gonna go to one in Toledo, you gotta make sure they file the paperwork. That's gonna be on you. Make sure they file the appropriate paperwork saying you did complete. You'll have a review hearing on September the 12th. If you get everything done before then, you don't have to come back. It's a hearing to make sure people do what they are ordered to do. Because some people don't do what they're ordered to do. There's gotta be consequences. So if you don't show up and you haven't finished everything, you're gonna get a warrant. So, you do what you're supposed to, you'll never have to go to jail.
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
See the probation officer, after that, you're free to go.
Thank you for your
You want to
leniency,
make, after you talk to him, make sure you get your paperwork to allow you to drive and pick your.
Yeah, he'll give you the.
And where is my firearm, sir?
State police barracks, I would assume.
He Yes.
He would
He can
know.
get that for you. I'm gonna sign an order, return to you, but you'll have to take the order to the OSP headquarters.
Okay,
in
thank
South
you,
Bend.
sir.
Have someone else drive me for that, because that's not covered by the
Yes,
entry.
thank you for my legal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, that's not valid. No, it's not. Trump's is not valid. These electronic signatures aren't valid.
If you know you're signing it, they are.
State of Ohio versus Jason R. Gilbert, case number CRB 23645, TRD 193179, A and B, TRD 152762, A and B.
Okay, I remember that one that blamed somebody. This guy was negative. He just didn't look like he.
Your Honor, Mr. Gilbert's completed Bethesda services, including sober living, transitional living. He's got a job. He is living on his own.
Okay.
There was a confusion with the social security number, so he was regularly checking in monthly, but it wasn't picking up the other case because the social was wrong.
Okay.
So he got a warrant.
Well, he's got 3 files here. Well, one of them looks like got knowledge, so that earliest case was knowledge, so we don't have to worry about it. It's got 2 files. 193179 was driving under suspension. He had a fine, court cost. Doesn't look like anything was ever paid on him. Then he had 23-645, which was a theft offense with some community service. Oh, so he wound up, got picked up and posted a bond on this. So he still has community service and fines and court costs.
How much does he, can we get totals?
235 on the 23 case number, 430 on the 19 case number, and he's got 3 days of community service left to do.
What can you do?
So he was there non-quarter by this quarter, or was he quarter?
He was quartered through common pleas.
Common pleas, okay. Okay, so what I'll do, okay, this was on the docket for sentencing. He has a bond up, so we'll just continue. He just needs to get this stuff taken care of. I'll go another month out, set it for sentencing, then it'll be 10 o'clock, because he's got a bond. Get it taken care of, and he can go come to these hearings.
Thank you, sir.
You're up.
We don't have a date.
April 21st.
I'm sorry. Nothing's working right. A hearing, right, nothing. Thank you, Your Honor.
10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Kirby Allen, case number TRD 24268, A and B.
All right, sir, you're Kurt Allen?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen, the allegation is that you missed a hearing November 4th of 24 on a no operator's license and got a warrant issued because of it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, this is the one where I was aware that somebody contacted me about this. You got picked up in Hamilton County, right?
Yes, sir.
And it looks like you've now paid all the fines and court costs.
Yes, sir.
You still have community service, 5 days community service to do.
Yes, sir.
Do you live in Hamilton County? Where do you live? I have a Columbus address for you.
Yes, sir.
That's
Columbus.
where you live? Tracy Circle.
New address.
Okay, what's your new address?
2285 Tempest Drive.
What is it?
Tempest Drive.
Like
Columbus.
Pontiac.
Yep.
Columbus.
Ohio 43232.
45232?
43232.
43232.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll let you do your community service in Columbus for a legitimate charity, or you can do it at, I don't know if they'll let you do it at the municipal court. We do for other courts, but that's a totally different animal. County Municipal Court?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like 20 judges. Yeah, I was at a conference once and they said something about, I had one probation officer and the judge said, I had a guy come in my courtroom the other day and I said, who are you? He said, I'm your probation officer. I didn't even know who he was. So they had like 100 probation officers. So, yeah, it's a different world. Okay, I'll set this in May. I'll give you more than a month to get it finished.
Appreciate you, sir.
And if you do, and furnish proof of it, then you don't have to come back. Or if you're working on it and making good progress, I'll let you appear by teleconference. And you can get the sign-in from the probation office, where if you got a smartphone or a laptop, you can sign in and appear on the teleconference rather than drive all the way down here.
Okay.
If you're making progress. Now, if you don't do anything, I want you to show up.
For sure.
Because you'll get a warrant if you don't show up.
Yeah, I definitely want this to be my last drive.
Okay, May 2nd. Although it's really pretty down here, 1st of May, all the trees are, and the flowers, everything's blooming. May 2nd, 9 o'clock, get it done before then, you don't have to attend.
Yes, sir.
Any questions, sir?
No, sir.
If you want the sign in, the probation officer to the left.
Gotcha.
On your way out.
Have a good one.
You too.
The only thing we have left now, Your Honor, is the person who's down back in Holding will be able to charge.
Okay. Well, we'll take a recess. Court's in recess.
From probate court to, let's see, Mike signed to have her evaluated. She's still in jail, and either they didn't pink slip her or there wasn't a bed. We usually don't get the reports back once the evaluation is ordered. So they're saying nobody from Shawnee's even been there.
No, and I said, well, is it in the works? Is it going to happen? He said, no, I don't have any requests or anything from anybody. So is it not over there yet, or? Because obviously someone has filed something. This is on Michelle Wilson.
So who was supposed to file something?
Probate court.
Her mom.
Okay.
Her mom.
Was down there?
Yes.
I remember, yeah.
And then the court ordered her evaluation by Shawnee.
At the jail.
But the jail says, or
They
the
don't
jail
have
says they haven't gotten anything from Shawnee. I'm wondering, does the order go to Shawnee or does the order go to the jail?
Probably Shawnee, and then Shawnee would let the jail know. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
Shawnee
is
has to
this-
be
is
aware.
it- Was this Shawnee Mental Health, or?
Yes.
Yeah, well, sometimes we've had a real problem getting any kind of cooperation out of them.
Really?
For anything,
Oh, yeah.
yes, yeah.
Huh.
Oh, and by the way, just to tell you all, we're waiting on Mr. Major to get new charges filed on that old man, Mr. Donahue, that was supposed to give a urine screen.
Donald?
Donahue.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to give a urine screen, and he kept saying he couldn't do it, couldn't do it, couldn't do it. Well, John finally caught him trying to fake it, pour something in the cup in the restroom, so he's got him back in holding now, we're waiting on the
Old man,
Yep.
bad old man.
Yep.
You all right, Jazz?
Okay,
Ron, did you not have any of these?
What?
I was out there with Dr. Aaron Freeman, Donald Dishman.
Yeah, we called them, we
Dylan
called all, we
did
did,
this
we
already?
did all those, yeah.
I don't know if I can say
Okay,
anything.
well-
I mean, it mentally wore me out.
Yeah, we did there in Freeman.
Oh, okay. You did? Okay. All right, maybe you did. All right. Okay.
What do you
Oh,
mean,
do you
maybe
think
I
we're
did?
on or?
No, no, you did.
Yeah, we probably are, because look.
You did. I just didn't know. Oh, what about this one?
Who was that?
Kenya,
You know, Kira.
Kenya,
No, we didn't.
Levitiga?
I never had
Well, you know
that.
what? He pled. He pled.
Kenya?
Yeah, he pled his
Okay,
way
why
out.
is he still in here?
I don't know.
Oh, probably because he has the wrong date.
I'll get in the bathroom before I take off.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my lunch break before I go to the office. It's been the day from, I don't know.
I know, right?
I'm like, it's been.
I know, I gotta. Okay, so we're waiting on. So that means I'm gonna have to go move that.
What's the charges on that we're
It
waiting
is on.
It's on.
What's the picture?
It's on,
Oh,
like,
man.
it's on your live.
Well, I'm not saying, I just,
You know what?
what is the guy, I'm
The
going.
messages that are open, I don't like that.
What are people message on there?
Yeah, comments.
Well, of course. Oh, their hair.
They're supposed to be.
Crap.
Hey, it's not a big, listen, I'm afraid to scream. It's not a victim case we're waiting on, right?
What, no. I could go in here and look.
I mean, who are we?
I think it might be a Walmart.
Oh, no.
Ridiculous.
Let me check.